Let's get the show started. The show started.
We are live in Los Angeles. 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh yeah, welcome to your Tuesday Klein Alley Show on KROQ. Pack that patience, getting into official holiday travel. I found myself yesterday during the heat of rush hour, right in the middle, cutting over the canyon where usually I just sit there for hours on end. Not another call. It was like just moving quickly. And I go, wow, I guess people have already decided 4th of July is next Friday. Let's go ahead and take a few weeks.
Pack it up.
That's what it feels like. But if you're stuck going to your job like we are right now, well, we give you an additional hour, some summer hours underway. I'm Klein, that is Allie.
Morning.
Got DJ Omar Khan right there,
Hey.
the audio sniper. Jake Z Nerd. Postmaster Johnny in the back taking the calls at 800-520-1067.
You know,
and his producer Vanessa.
I think what people did was Juneteenth. Now it's Juneteenth through July 4th.
They rolled it in.
I think everyone's rolling it in now. It's like, okay, if that's on a Thursday, I'll take that Friday. And then I don't want to go back to work in that week in between. Why would I do that?
You know,
so I'll just take 3, and I'll just do basically 2.5 weeks off.
You know how you have that friend that helped you book your trip because they like all those people that know how to use points and maximize the points with the credit card.
I booked another leg of my trip.
So I think there are similar people that understand the proper way to maximize whatever days you get off from your job, and they're like
Nicole Alvarez.
If you like, and her name is Nicole Alvarez. She can figure out a way to only force you to come in 3 times a year.
Dude, she's got the best hours.
The best hours.
I think she picks like 2 or 3 days out of the week.
I think summer hours were her idea, and we just fell for it. Wait till she pitches Kevin Ryder summer hours when he comes in an hour earlier, and then she's figured out a nice little window for herself. But yeah, no, I think there are people, Allie, that know exactly what you're saying. Like,
they can work the system.
If I take a Friday and a Tuesday, then I basically stretch 1 day off into 11 days off. And they're like, how does that work?
You know how, like, teachers get 3 months off during the summer, and sometimes they'll work other jobs or whatever, but I have a few friends that have had babies, and they have timed it out so perfectly.
Oh, really? Maternity into summer.
They get like a year off.
I know.
She's like, all right, well, I'm going to have the baby at like the end of June, and then, by July, then I'll just take the rest of my time off until July, and then I have the whole summer off, and then I'll use the rest of my leave, and then she's like, I don't have to go back until March of 2027. I'm like, what?
I think Cody, who works here, forced his wife to go into labor on Christmas Eve so he could milk or whatever it was. He figured out a way to go paternity leave into the winter break.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, why do you want...
I think
you're
he
all
took
backwards.
6 months,
right? Yeah, it's just crazy. I got 6 minutes back here at this stupid job.
We're dumb.
Well, anyway, let's start the show with some positivity today, huh? A lot of messages on the Goat line. We love the interaction. So here's one to put you in a good mood.
Look, I know that you guys know who this is, okay? I'm not going to pretend like this isn't really happening. You guys are ruining my life. Everything about it. I'm about to lose my job because you guys suck. I'm about to actually, you already ruined my relationship because you guys won't leave me the alone. Leave me the alone.
Oh.
There's a positive call to start to go with. What do you say, huh?
Oh, what did we do to her?
I'm not sure.
You guys know.
Okay.
crime was committed at my house yesterday, and it is a crime that will sound foolish when I admit it out loud. I probably shouldn't even talk about it, but I will. It's an investigation that is currently still underway.
Did you find another shoe in your neighborhood?
Not a shoe. And I thought there was a dead man in the van, and I called it in, and I would do it again. And they
I would do it again.
I would do it again. Yeah, because I thought I was reporting a dead man in a van. I had a guy that lived in a van outside of my place. He was there for a long time, and I saw one day he wasn't moving. Turned out it was just a shoe. But that's me.
What crime is this time?
This is a crime involving a Labubu.
Oh, my God. Enough with this.
And,
Can you just tell your family you're not doing it?
It got way worse because all of a sudden yesterday, I see that my kid has a Labubu.
Oh, my God. Did she steal one from the mall?
And I said, hey, where'd you get this Labubu? And she goes, I made a trade for it.
Cool.
I said, what'd you trade for it? I'm like very interested in the concept of the trade. I'm like, what'd you trade for it?
Yeah.
She goes, I traded some Hello Kitty stuff I don't want anymore. So I go, all right, story kind of checks out. But
wouldn't you be proud?
Yes, but something
she didn't pay money.
But something felt off about it to me because I thought I don't really understand the value of Hello Kitty versus Labubu, but I do think Labubu is all the rage right now, and I don't think anyone's going to part with a Labubu for some Hello Kitty crap. In my mind, at least I don't know. I don't play. I'm a grown ass man. I got hair on my body.
Yeah, but there are always Hello Kitty weirdos out there.
So, but then I start thinking, who are these? She doesn't have access to the internet. Like, what kind of forum is she meeting these people at? So then I get her with a follow up question. I'm like, oh yeah, which Hello Kitty stuff did you trade?
Well, now you just sound creepy.
And then she kind of like I could tell she kind of has that look in her face, like, oh no, I wasn't ready for a follow up question.
Whoa.
So then it becomes, hey, where did you really get this? And she goes, and then she switches the story to, I found it at a lost and found. And I go, hold on.
Oh, no, that's not believable.
No one's dropping a Labubu and a lost and found. If they find one, they're keeping it, or you took it. So then I'm like, I'll give you one more chance to give me the real story now, or this is going to be a problem.
Or think of a much better lie.
Yeah, or come up with a better lie.
Jeez.
I'll give you one more chance to come up with a better lie, because right now...
Those two were bad.
And she goes, I saw it on a backpack. And I took it.
Oh, damn. Savage.
And I said, whoa. I'm so proud.
Now that is smart.
I said, you are my girl,
and
baby.
that kid was probably a nerd.
And I said, well, this is... now.
Does she know? Was it at school?
At camp.
Or at camp?
Camp.
Damn.
And I said, how would you feel if you find, she wants a Labubu more than anything in the whole world. How would you feel if you finally got a Labubu and then you brought it in and someone stole it? How mad would you be? Try to give a lesson. I see that Danny Tanner do it at the end of Full House. It's usually so good. Mine was less good.
Yeah.
So I go, we're going to have to give this thing back. And she's like, but I don't even know who I took it from. It was just a backpack. And I said, it wasn't yours.
It was just a backpack.
Yeah, I said, I know it wasn't yours, right? And she's like, yeah. And did you know what you did was wrong? She goes, well, yeah, but I wanted it so badly. And I had a voice in my head that said, this is bad, but I still did it. And I'm like, God, I totally relate that was the part where she's now talking to me. I'm like, God, I get that.
Dude,
I do that every day on the air.
Doesn't everyone go through a klepto phase? I know I went through mine.
What did you used to steal?
Well, I was with people who were better at stealing, but we would steal together.
I thought you stole salsa and you dropped it on your floor.
Yeah,
and
like
shattered.
I said, I'm not good at it, but I was with people who would steal stuff.
But you would steal stuff from the stores, not like just randos, at school, right?
No, I didn't steal stuff from people that I knew or even but
that's a kind of the difference for me.
My sister did, I think, though. Like she went through a period.
Yeah, but
where
she's hot. It's okay.
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants. The world is hers for the taking, Allie.
They're like, here, take my Labubu.
I would love a sketch artist to draw your sister.
But I feel like a lot of kids go through a phase where they're like, okay, I want something. I don't have my own money yet. How am I going to make this happen? I'll just take it.
Oh, so mad. And I said something that once we got to the bottom of it, I go, all right, well, that's it. Because me, I want to have a Labubu-free household. And I finally said, well, that's it. You're not getting a Labubu now.
Ever.
You're not getting a Labubu. Now, luckily, this phase will move on. No one will talk about these things.
Like she already has one.
Yeah, I know. She's like, don't worry. I'm going to open up a closet door. There's a bunch of a bunch of hot Labubus in my place.
Oh, man. You got a closet of hot Labubus?
So I was like, I couldn't even believe it, though. These things are really have gotten to a point
Did
now.
she throw a tantrum, or did she kind of understand and accept the punishment?
You could say she was shame. She felt shame.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And that's a good feeling. And then I explained the time.
It's a great feeling. We all know it. We all experience it every day.
I never felt more connected to her than when I saw shame in her eyes. And I said, she gets
Now I know my little girl.
And then she said to me, Daddy, did you ever steal anything because you really wanted it when you were young? And the only story I could remember was the time I stole that.
Weed?
No, the really hot postcard that had the girl in the bikini on it.
Oh, that story, yeah.
That said, I wish you were her.
She had to suffer through that.
Yeah, she had to, and I told her. And then she started judging me and going, you stole a postcard? And I'm like, well, the girl was very attractive in a bikini, and I really wanted it. And she's like, but aren't postcards like $1 or something? I'm like, it doesn't matter.
You explained that she was hot in a bikini.
I was explaining why I really wanted it. I was trying to explain to her why I wanted it. I was like, she was my Labubu, you know? And so anyway, it was, but I'm telling you, these things... I know
they're driving people crazy.
I know we've talked about the crimes that are going on, the places that are being stolen. I was making fun of all the bouncers that were guarding the displays at the mall. Now I get it.
Everyone is abandoning all morals to get a hold of these things.
This is bringing stuff out of people, which is why I was shocked when we heard this on the Goat line.
Hi, Klein Alley. I'm a listener of your guys's. My name is Jennifer. I love the show. I'm calling because I heard you guys mentioning the Labubus on the podcast, and I actually have 3 that I'd love for you guys to do an unboxing on live on air. I could reach out to you guys via Instagram DMs. I could ship them out to you. So I'm pretty excited. Love the show. I'm going to eat it all. Yummy, yummy.
Thank you. Eat it all. Yummy, yummy.
Dude, now you have to torture your daughter by sending her these unboxing videos.
I think
we'll just throw them in the garbage after.
I think the lesson is I'm going to...
just light them on fire.
I'm going to destroy one. I think I'm going to have to destroy a Labubu in front of her. That's the only way to do it, right?
Really teach her.
I'm going to teach her.
Sacrifice?
Knowing you, in 3 months, she will have a Labubu.
No,
she's going to like the top of the line. She's going to have that like 3-4 foot one.
Yeah. Putting my foot down.
Yeah.
Not happening. Quick break. We're back with Allie's cash after this. If you want to win her money on this $10,000 Tuesday, give us a call now at 800-520-1067. 5 questions about the news stand between you and unlimited riches next.
KROQ has your chance to get ready for a summer to remember at the all-new Universal Mega Movie Summer, happening June 13th to August 10th at Universal Studios Hollywood. Meet your favorite characters, experience soak-worthy thrills, purchase movie-themed foods, and join the ultimate party in the park for the best summer day in L.A. Listen for your chance to get cast in the role of a winner of a 4-pack of tickets at 9, noon, 3, and 6. Lights, KROQ, action! More info at KROQ.com.
Rated KROQ.
Problem I've just discovered. My neck is
getting... Hit him, Allie. Hit him.
No, it's not on. It's not on my neck. It's not on my neck.
Being a little bitch.
No, my neck.
God, stop crying about it, man. Just take your lumps like a man.
Omar, shut it.
Dude, you guys have it on low. When Allie did it to me, it was all the way up, like at 40.
Okay.
You probably have it set like at 10, like a little baby.
We don't even have it.
No, I have it at 26.
Whoa.
Turn it up.
26. No. That's so high, Allie. I got the shock collar.
I tested it on myself.
My neck is too... You tested on your arm, like a little pussy.
Yeah, and then I tested it on your arm, and you went...
All right, listen.
He's all crying about it already.
It's always bad.
It's always bad.
Guys, it's almost high voltage food review time on KROQ. A lot of food reviewers out there. It's the bread and butter of internet. Everyone loves finding buzzy foods. We make these buzzy foods even buzzier by shocking ourselves with the high voltage food review. I will be wearing the shock collar. I don't know why we decided to wear it on my neck, but that's where it's going to go. I just realized my neck is too fat for the current settings, so I need to Allie, keep your finger off the button for now.
I'm not even holding the remote.
You got to turn it up because he's got a fat neck, Allie.
I got to put the prongs in the back of my neck like cattle. Hold on. And ow. God damn.
You gotta loosen that thing a little
bit.
bit.
Today we are going to try this strawberry that is a viral. I may just choke on this. I'm strapped in.
You're literally complaining by just putting it on.
Yeah, okay.
What a bitch.
Hold on. Just shut up. Jake, do you want to come in here and do the high voltage food review for the strawberry?
He's
How
not
much money are you going to pay me?
He's not the fancy one. You're the fancy one.
Everyone loves...
Oh, yeah, if you pay me that $300 you owe me, I'll do it.
Everyone loves saying, oh, look at the little bitch. But no one else has got a shock collar strapped around their neck like I do. So
let's before, I ain't a bitch like you, bitch boy.
All right, let me tell you something, Jake. You earned the name Shaky Jakey because you had an effing seizure and almost crapped your pants. When
you earned the name bitch boy because you're a bitch.
No one earned the name bitch boy.
Bitch boy.
All right, let's not get stuck on bitch boy. Let's
Every
think
time
about
you do it, your body moves like I've never seen anybody else's body move. It's contortions.
We're going to have
Body moving.
5 buzzwords, so you can submit now on the text line what buzzwords you would like us to choose, but there's going to be 5 buzzwords, and if Klein says any of them, he will get a shock while he tries the $20 strawberry.
Now, this strawberry, if you're wondering why anyone would pay $20 for a strawberry, it's because they're probably an idiot, but Erewhon does a good job of making you feel like you are broke, and they do an even better job of giving you things that the general public makes you feel like you need in your life. Because if you've just been walking around eating regular run-of-the-mill strawberries where you get a whole container of them for $5, apparently you don't know what you're missing. These are like individually packaged. This thing comes in its own bulletproof case, it looks like. It's got a dome on it.
Yeah, and just, I know it's easy to make fun of a $19 strawberry, but if you listen to this is from a Japanese high-end fruit importer named John Kim of LEMI Farms, and it is grown at a farm called Anhai in Tojichi Prefecture, which is known as Strawberry Kingdom.
So supposedly, everything about this place, the conditions, the way they do it,
and this
process.
isn't even the most expensive fruit they sell. They have a Miyazaki mango that sells for $260.
Great. We'll strap Jake to the shot collar next week for that one.
So you're having the best of the best, and you're not even supposed to touch this thing with your bare hands until you're planning on eating it. And it has been breathing at room temperature for the last 15 to 30 minutes, which is how you're supposed to enjoy it because it brings out the aroma and sweetness.
Before I take it out of its bulletproof case and we start the high voltage food review, you guys need to send words in on the text line, words that if I accidentally say while I review the strawberry, I will be receiving the shock collar buzz, and that will usually send my body into uncontrollable convulsions.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
if you want to see what this looks like, we are streaming on YouTube right now as well, Klein Alley Show. It's the first time we've ever done a live streaming visual high voltage food review, and you can also look at the strawberry, which I'm holding up right now, and you're wondering what does a $20 strawberry looks like? From the outside, it looks, Allie, like any other strawberry. I mean, it's a big one.
Pretty good.
It looks big and plump and juicy, but that looks like every box of strawberries usually get 1 or 2 like this, and then a bunch of like runts at the bottom.
That is definitely the strawberry I look for in the box.
Right, this is a good one.
And they always put that one on the top, and then they save the disgusting ones for the bottom.
We will read the buzzwords in a moment. I need to turn my headphones off so I can't hear what they are. That way I will not be influenced. Also, just want to mention before we start this high voltage food review, thank you to reporter KNX who was able to intercept the shipment before they even made it to Erewhon.
Reporter KNX? Who's that?
Thank you for KNX reporter.
Reporter at KNX.
She's literally looking at us through the window, appalled. Thank you, Shar.
Who got us this berry. This is a very hard thing to get right now. Allie, do you want to give
I know
me...
you're just nervous.
Of course. I don't like having a shock collar on my neck.
Okay, all right. Turn his headphones to a different thing.
Hold on. The prongs are digging deep into my, back of my neck, spinal cord area.
Great.
So I just want you to know,
Thank
Allie,
you.
before you get a little heavy finger with the button. That's not a fat joke.
Yeah,
you did it. You did it, you bitch. You bitch.
Every time
You're
you
such a
complain,
bitch.
I will turn it up. How's that?
I was not saying you're heavy. I said you have a heavy finger, and you don't need to push the thing for that. You just need to...
Fat shaming her finger.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I didn't even do it.
Yeah, you did that time.
No,
You did.
I didn't. I
felt
just
it.
hovered
I felt
over it. Oh, my God. All right.
That's how fat your finger is. You hovered over it. It went off.
Okay.
All right.
Keep going. I'm the one with the remote.
All right.
Okay, turn his headphones so now he can't hear us. Okay.
Tell me when you're done.
Klein,
give me
can you
thumbs
hear
up.
it? Okay.
When you're done, give me thumbs up.
All right. Thank you for all the submissions on the text line. I think the buzzwords that we're going to go with are juicy, sweet, fruity, and then just some of the words that I know he's going to resort to. Wow. And we're just going to go with good because let's face it, in the turtle reading group, you don't have the best vocabulary. All right. We can turn his headphones back to the show. Klein, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
It took a long time. That was just 5 words?
Yeah, it was 5 words.
All right.
Didn't
Now you're
take a long
complaining
time
about the
at
length
all.
of-
What? Hit him again, Allie.
Oh my God, you are the most critical person I know. I swear to God, I'm going to get so much joy out of
please,
this.
Before you hit the button again, please do not. Please do not. Can you put the remote down while I just say this thing?
No.
And then we'll do it. Please do not hit.
Now you're making this take long.
I just want to say,
I want Jake to take over control. I don't think he'd be as nice as Allie.
I think it's interesting, Allie.
I am being nice.
Please
Yeah,
don't hit
you're
it.
being too nice.
I'm saying a nice thing to you. I love you. I think it's interesting.
Hit him, Allie.
Do not. Ah! She did it. God damn it. Allie, I just want to say something. The reason this show is so effed up is that this.
Effed up! Hit him, Allie!
No, I didn't say anything. Is because this strawberry.
Hit him, Allie!
This strawberry is supposed to be like for people the greatest moment of their day. Like to try it is a whole journey, and the $20. We have made it a unlikable thing now. You were going to probably.
Thank you for explaining the bit.
Great.
Can we just get into it now?
Hell? What was that?
It's time
Take
for.
it out.
No,
Okay,
do not hit me. Do not hit me. We got to play the Offspring, and then we'll have to do the high voltage.
Oh my God.
We got it. We're way behind.
We are not. We're
All right.
fine.
All right, fine. I'm fine. Here we go. We're just going to get it done with.
Let's do it.
High voltage review.
All right, let the review begin. You know the buzzwords. Listen along. Every time I hear one, I will give Klein a shock. And this is Klein trying the viral $19 strawberry that is imported from Japan and currently on sale. Not on sale, but for sale at Erewhon.
Definitely not on sale. Good evening and welcome to the High Voltage Food Review here at KROQ, where we have the ability to try delicious and potentially good foods. Ah! Shoot! Drop the goddamn straw.
You almost dropped this man!
I caught it in my hand, even though I'm not supposed to touch it. All right, I won't say that word again.
What are you smelling?
The berry is, so far, just taking it out of the container. It is a very floral, almost fruity. Ah! Smell. But it does smell like other. All right, 5 questions, $100 every morning around this time. Chance for you to learn a thing or two about what's going on in the news. News cycle's moving very quickly. Clearly, you look away for a second, then you go back and go, what's happening now? Man, that's how we keep up to date on what is happening, turn it into a fun game, a chance for you to win Allie's money. And today we say hi to Curtis, listening to us in Simi Valley. Good morning, Curtis.
Woohoo! Hey, everybody.
How goes it? Love the energy. 5 questions. Allie will leave the KROQ studios. You get to answer them first. If you've ever heard this before, please answer them quickly, confidently, and accurately. We don't like it when the text line erupts and says, this guy on the phone sucks. So let's avoid that from happening as Allie leaves. Let's make sure all the insults come in our direction, not in your direction. As soon as she's out of here, your round can begin, which is right now.
Allie knows the news.
All right, Curtis, question number 1. This Dodger is leading the All-Star voting as we speak.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Oh, boy. Question number 2. Arby's is bringing back this sandwich for a limited time, and people are very excited, especially people from Philadelphia.
Once again, I'm going with Fernando Valenzuela.
Even with all those clues I gave you.
Yeah, you know, I haven't been to Arby's in years. I'm sorry.
There's the
Now
first.
I'm gonna get
There's
people
the first.
hating
This guy sucks on the text line. It just came through. It didn't take long. We got a question.
I like 'em.
Question number 3. A quarter of all Americans now feel that you must make at least this much annually to be able to live comfortably. What is the number that a quarter of Americans have said you must make at least annually?
Come on, Fernando.
I believe I read this and it was 80,000.
Go to question number 4. Colombia. Shout out Vanessa. Colombia just broke a world record for hosting the world's largest what tasting?
Colombia, the world's largest what tasting? Wine tasting?
All right. And finally, GLP drugs have been known to reduce weight, of course, but they're now saying that taking GLPs can reduce this other medical issue that people deal with. What is the other thing that's now being tied to GLPs?
I'm just going to guess here with depression.
Depression. All right, let's bring Allie in. We'll score it together. Speaking of depression, here she comes. You can see us right now. We're streaming live on YouTube. Someone send Allie back in. I know she's sequestered and doesn't know where we're at. There she is. She's back in the studio now battling Curtis. Curtis, how do you think you did as Allie gets set up here?
Oh, I think I did horribly.
Yeah. According to the text line, I like Curtis, but he sucks. All right. Here we go. Allie, we will score it together.
Okay.
This Dodger is currently leading the All-Star voting, which is officially underway.
Uh-oh. I mean, probably Shohei Ohtani.
That's a good guess. When in doubt, he guessed Venezuela. Who did you guess again?
Fernando.
Oh, Fernando Venezuela. That's right. Well, that's not right. Allie got it right. Allie's up 1-0, and we go to question number 2. And she got through a sports question. She doesn't do well with sports. If there's ever
I hate sports.
If there's ever a Dodger question, just assume the answer is probably going to be Shohei Ohtani for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Arby's is bringing back this sandwich for a limited time. People are very excited about it.
Is ridiculous.
Especially
of all the things that are going on in the world.
Arby's bringing back this sandwich for a limited time. I don't think there's a bigger story in the news.
There's a less relevant food chain at this point.
People are very excited about it, especially people from Philadelphia.
Okay, Philly cheesesteak.
That is correct. There you go. Can't believe we couldn't even get that from you, Curtis. I gave that one to you. It was a gift.
Okay. Now, to my credit, there's a weird clicking noise on the phone, and I did not hear that clue. I heard it this time and went, oh, of course.
All right, we go to question number 3. Quarter of all Americans now feel that you must make at least this much money to live comfortably. This is the new number that has been set by 1 in 4 Americans think that this is the number they want to make before they would start feeling comfortable.
I saw that it was a 6-figure number, but I'm not sure. $100,000?
He guessed 80. I think 80 used to be the number where if you made 80, you could at least be happy.
Yeah, it was all right, I'm comfortable.
But the number, because of how much everything is being inflated now, they have found that a quarter of all Americans feel that the number they need to make before they can even start to feel comfortable is $150,000 a year. Numbers jumping rapidly. We go to question number 4. No one gets the point. Allie is still up by 1. Excuse me, she's up by 2. We go to question number 4. Colombia just broke a world record by competing and completing the world's largest tasting of what?
Cocaine.
Obviously, cocaine is the answer. It's not cocaine. He said wine.
Everyone just gummed.
It is cheese.
Oh.
Cheese, which clearly means someone was found with a brick of cocaine and go, it's Brie. What do you want?
This is
cheese. And final question. GLP drugs have helped a lot of people lose a lot of weight. Now they're saying GLP is helping with this other medical condition that affects a lot of people. What is the medical condition that is being cured supposedly by GLPs?
Dementia? I think I saw that one.
He said depression. Allie said dementia. Allie's got the early onset dementia.
Come on, dementia. You got me.
It is apparently migraines. Migraines.
Damn.
So there you have it. If you're a sufferer of migraines and a bit portly, use promo code JAKE10 at lasara.com. All right, well, there you go. It's all over. Allie still beats you. What must you shamefully admit over the airways of KROQ, Curtis?
I'm ashamed, and I'm sorry, America.
213 wanted to retort their retract their text, and they said a follow-up. This guy's clicking phone sucks. So there you go, Curtis. You don't suck, your phone sucks, but there you have it. Tomorrow morning, same chance to join us on KROQ. Suck a little less, get paid a little bit more. It is Klein Alley's show on KROQ. Welcome to your Tuesday. Alley Show. You may remember the last time we chatted with 21 Pilots, we got this little soundbite from Josh Dunn.
Hey, this is Josh from 21 Pilots, and this is the AM show, Mornings on KROQ.
That was really nice of him to almost get the name of our show right. Well, today, in about 30 minutes, Josh Dunn returns to KROQ, 21 Pilots. Lots of questions. We'll do some 2 epic questions. And I believe he's going to bring a pair of tickets away to give to their Clancy Tour shows upcoming at BMO Stadium. So just keep on listening, get you into some 21 Pilots and a chat. And always good conversation with those guys. A lot of bands, I'll be honest. Their music's great. But, boy, when you get in front of a microphone, they don't like being up early, and they truly are not conversationalists. You get a lot of
Which bands are those?
Most of them.
Okay.
a lot.
Chris Martin, we're looking at you, douchebag. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's nice. He's the nice one. That one guy from Sublime with the prop up on the wall most times he's in here.
That guy doesn't know what's
going on. But they're nice enough, and I appreciate them coming in, but trying to get a story out of them is never easy.
Good to see you, man. He's like,
But 21 Pilots always brings the story. So I can't wait for that. That'll be happening at 8 o'clock. And, of course, if you're waiting around to win from us today, we will have more tickets to get you into Universal. And if you're looking for your ultimate summer barbecue prize pack, we'll do more tiny towels and more Jake Shack beans.
do you feel that there are, just as there are walks of shame, that there are drives of shame?
I hate to say this, Allie. I think the walk of shame is unfortunately become
over?
a thing of the past. I think rideshare really helped eliminate the walk of shame. Not that it doesn't still happen in hotels. You can still see it happen usually down those long hotels in Vegas.
Well, I think they still exist. I think the walk of shame is just shorter because you're walking just to the curb to get your Uber.
Right.
But you're still having a walk of shame.
Yeah, you're holding your heels or whatever and still wearing a combination of an oversized T-shirt.
You've got mascara all over your face and that whole thing.
The ride of shame. Explain. What would be the ride of shame?
So, for example, I was in a situation over the weekend where I had to go to a valet, and I hate valets anyway.
What do you mean? Like there was no other option?
There was no other option.
How many times you circle?
Well, I was in the heart of Hollywood, so I circled a couple times, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to find anything here. And then the party was at a hotel where there's a valet. So I was like, okay, they said for everyone to go over there. So we went over there, and Katie gets mad when I opt not to do the valet when they've told us to do valet, because then I look cheap. So I showed up.
You don't look cheap. You are cheap.
No, I just seem cheap to some.
Right, because that's the...
I'm not actually cheap, though. I'm just a money saver. I explained this all to the valet.
I'm sure they love it.
So I pull up, and then I realize, oh, crap, I don't really have a car key for my car anymore. I am operating on my phone. Both of my car keys are broken, and I can only open and operate my car through my phone. So I pull up and I go, hello. And they said, are you a guest here? I said, no, I'm here for the party. And did the whole well, get out of the car and everything. And I said, here's the thing. I don't have a car key. And he said, you need to get back in your car and leave.
Yeah.
And
he
I was
probably
like,
would have said that if he did have a car key.
He was like, I can't.
He
was like, we can't take the car if you don't have a key. You need to.
Yeah, what did you think he was going to be able to do?
Whoa. But if you listen, the guy's being an asshole, clearly, because you can find a parking spot where Allie could have, just been there, or it's not an obstruction, right? The reason you leave the key in there is because it's going to obstruct other vehicles. He could have been nice and found a spot for Allie.
I think so too, and there could have been a situation where I walk myself to the car, which is in a parking lot right there. I would have still given him a tip and everything, and they would have still taken my money.
You probably didn't look like the type of person that was going to give him a tip. I don't think. And also the car.
Excuse me, I was wearing no, not a dress. I was wearing some loud pants that I think suggested I had money.
Well, the guy clearly, I could see it being a liability in the sense that if they do that thing where they stack cars or they park them and they have to constantly move them, it's like a giant game of car Tetris, and you don't have a key. What did you expect them to do?
I didn't realize it until I pulled up, where I was like, oh God, I have to give him my key and I don't have one. And so I didn't know what to do. He told me you need to leave, which in a way I was like, gladly, I don't want to pay for valet. I'll figure something else out. How much was it? It was $18.
That's it?
Yeah.
For Hollywood? That's a deal.
Yeah, but then you got to throw the tip on top. And Allie probably just rounds up.
So it would have been $19.
$19.
I don't even round up to 20.
$18 and a handful of change. All right, I get it.
But I had to do the U-turn where everybody else is pulling up with their cars, and I have to do, and there's orange cones involved, and someone had to move a cone.
Yeah, they're
and I was like, this is a drive of shame. This is so embarrassing that I have to leave. I was turned away from valet when really nobody is ever turned down from valet parking.
I've had to pull. I've done similarly the drive of shame concept. I've pulled into a parking lot and they said, we're cash only, and I'm like, I don't have cash. Everyone tries. Even people. This society cannot agree on anything. There's a lot of places you go to now that goes, we will not accept cash. Cash does not even
don't
exist
try and
here.
give it to us. We'll throw it back in your face.
And then there's some places that are like, we're cash only, and you go, what is happening? And I'm never at the right place with the right thing.
I know.
And so I will have to make the U-turn where they have to open up the gates. Both gates have to open up. They do have to stop the flow of traffic so you can make the move, and that's terrible. And then there's the flip side where you go to a place to try to pay for parking, and you're at the booth, and the booth guy knows that you don't have the money or your thing wasn't validated, and then you have to do the backup, where you have to back up and repark, and that is such a sad feeling.
I think the saddest drive of shame, though, it doesn't have anything to do with parking. Well, it does, but not paid parking. When you are trying to parallel park, and you've tried 5 or 6 times.
And then you drive off.
That's
a great drive of shame right there. And there's also
everyone's watching you like, you dumbass.
Right. They're like, they think they're going to get it. You start with like 2 people watching. By the time your 5th attempt, there's like a crowd now gathering, and you're like, I got to do this.
The person in the car is probably so anxious.
Yeah, I know. And then,
I'm just going to go. I'm going to go.
And even if you drive away and then see another spot close by, you're still like, it's too close to the crowd.
I don't want them to see
They're going to know that I'm the loser that couldn't do it.
On the other side.
That's a strong one right there. The drive of shame. I mean, also sometimes the circling and going back to the drive-thru that you just finished at to get your food.
Hi, I'm back.
I also needed honey mustard.
I'm going to wait in line again.
This is Somber. We are Klein Alley Show, KROQ. Similar fruits.
All right, give it a try.
It's like burning in the back of my neck now.
Okay.
I will take my first bite now of the viral $20 straw.
All right, he's taking his first bite. Oh, there's a lot of slobber there. That seemed like a little too much moisture. Thoughts?
It is a delicious journey.
What? Delicious journey.
Flavors.
It just started.
And I will. And it is very, very.
What does it taste like?
It's juicy on the inside. Fun.
All right.
God damn it.
What are you tasting? What are some of the flavors? What makes it different than other strawberries, Klein?
It's got. Let me tell you right now. 'Cause I know what I can't say. It is like, think of a. It's yummy.
Okay.
But also delicate. Delicate to the taste. So much so that it almost tastes like there are like 1,000 little strawberries that are dancing. Can't do the word of the thing. And it's got to be over a minute, guys.
No, it doesn't start till your first bite, so you have a couple seconds
I've had a lot
left.
more bites.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you.
Official review?
Worth $20? Absolutely not. Is it sweet and nice? Sure. Is it juicy? Yeah, it's a little juicy.
All right.
You missed a word, Allie.
I did?
Yep.
What did he say that I missed?
He said sweet.
Damn it. Thank you, Jake.
Goodbye. Stupid. That's
All
it.
right, now you can play the offspring.
And let me say something right. God, can't get the stupid thing off my fat neck.
Oh.
Hit him again, fat neck.
No, do not. Do not. Stuck in this.
You can't get
God damn it. All right, that's a lot. That's a lot of hype for nothing.
All
I mean,
right.
it's great. It's tasty. Thank you.
Really? You think it's a lot of hype for nothing? Is it the best strawberry you've ever had? Come on. Now that you have the collar off, be real.
The best strawberry I ever had has to be smothered in chocolate or whipped cream or powdered
putting a
sugar.
daiquiri or something. Really?
Yeah, or daiquiri. Is it a sweet strawberry? Yeah, sure. If I got this in a fruit salad, would I stop eating the salad and go, whoa, what the hell? Where'd that come from?
Right.
That must be from Kyoto, Japan. And I'll tell you one.
Hotter than your ex's new girlfriend, and just as annoying. It's summer on Klein Alley Show. Now live till 11.
If We are Klein Alley Show. We'll do your A.D.D news, and then 21 Pilots will be on with us, and they come bearing gifts. Tickets to their shows coming up at BMO Stadium. We got big news. Josh Dunn on with us, so get ready if you want to see what he looks like. We'll be streaming as well on YouTube, so you can go ahead and join us there, streaming live every single morning, not just here on KROQ or the apps, but also on YouTube. Go ahead and check out what the studio looks like. We have no windows here, so look into the windows of our soul. Let's get into a brand new news right now. That a brand new hour of the show can officially begin with 21 Pilots here on KROQ.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D News.
So I guess we will resume the obvious big story, which is that there's, a lot of missiles being tossed around. And if you're finding it hard to keep up with everything...
Vanessa said yesterday, and this was more proof that she is a child. She came in after the show, and she goes, I don't feel very comfortable now knowing that people are throwing missiles at each other.
Okay, and then I corrected myself, and I said firing.
But you said throwing
She said
first.
Iran threw missiles at us.
They threw missiles. So the missiles are being thrown, which is a very child. That's exactly how
like
a child.
Newspaper.
Their military action might be true.
Right. Well, it could just be a drive-by throwing.
Did you guys ever talk about her summer bucket list book reading that she took on last week?
The one fish, two fish. Red fish, blue fish.
Amelia Bedelia reads a book.
What was the book she picked?
Well, it was your daughter's book that she picked up, and she's like, I'm
yeah.
going to read this for the summer.
Oh, yeah, it was about sisters.
I walked into the office. One of my kids left a book here. I think it's intended for 7-year-olds. And Vanessa, you were really reading it, huh?
She was enthralled.
I was looking at it.
Right.
Because I can't read it yet.
Yeah.
It has too big of words.
Yeah, we got to get a list going here. We got to do the DNA swab on you and figure out your real age. I bet you this is going to be, what was that girl, Allie?
Natalia Grace.
You're going to be our Natalia Grace.
The curious case of Vanessa Garcia.
Vanessa, if we find out in all seriousness you are a child, I know you think this is not true and you think it's impossible, but if we find it out, I think we could probably get ourselves a doc, not on Netflix, but probably at least on Peacock.
Yeah.
At least we could sue the company for child labor.
Yeah, we could sue the company.
That would be cool. All right, a lot happened in the last 24 hours. Nobody's wasting any time. Things are moving quickly. And just as the show was wrapping up yesterday, we found out that Iran had bombed one of our military bases in Qatar. They gave us a warning, and they said, hey, by the way, we're going to retaliate and bomb you. So, get your stuff out so that there's not too much damage, which I'm obviously glad for, but it does feel a little weird when they announce that they're going to do something.
Right.
And I think there's certain rules of engagement here. There's still some decorum, I guess, going on.
But then when does that go away?
I really don't know. This whole thing to me is very confusing.
It's so confusing because they're like, we're going to retaliate and probably go bomb over there. So, and I'm like, well, then what's the point of doing it anyway? Because it just gets intercepted and it's just a big waste.
But I understand Midnight Thunder or whatever what was that thing called?
Midnight
Hammer. Midnight Hammer sounds like that's how I assume that war goes. It's like,
or it's in secret and it's just like, boom.
Right, we came up with a plan and we're going to now do the plan. This is weird. This would be like if you want to break up with someone, but you'd let them know ahead of time. Tonight, I'm going to meet you at dinner, 8 p.m. I'm going to break up.
And they're like, oh, no.
I'm going to give you the midnight
I know
hammer.
what's coming.
I'm going to give you the midnight hammer. You don't want to give them all that insight. You just got to sneak attack.
Totally. So anyway, then last night there was a truce announced between Israel and Iran. But by this morning, they had both violated that truce. And when you're a kid, you know the value of TO. When you call TO, you respect TO. And now Trump has said that he is, quote, not happy with Israel because they broke the truce first. And he said, quote, I got to get Israel to calm down.
I think he said the F word.
Yeah, he did. So he said, as soon as we made the deal,
wait, that clip is real?
This is what he put on his Truth Social. He said they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before, the biggest load we've ever seen. We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the F they're doing.
Oh, my God. Wow. Okay.
Load some more.
Yeah, more load.
The biggest load we've ever seen.
A lot of load.
Yeah, you need a towel?
Yeah.
We have a bunch of tiny ones here.
We should send tiny towels to Trump. All right, there's a beautiful thing happening in the world of returns, and a new study shows that not only is it working for customers, it's working for the companies, too. It is the rise of the returnless return. So if you want to return something, you go through the process, but the company decides it's not worth it. It's not worth the cost of taking it back, processing it, restocking it, reselling it. So they just say, don't worry about it.
You can keep it.
You can keep it, which is the best feeling ever and the greatest news ever. And now they're realizing that returnless returns are making customers more loyal to the brand. So if they are finding something it's not fitting for them and they want to return it, say like Amazon is a big proponent of this, people are more likely to shop there because they know that there's a chance that they might walk away with something for free.
Every once in a while, I had to return this trampoline. I go, let's go. Come on, returnless return. And they go, nope, you got to send it back. And the shipping is cost 3 times as much as the stupid
That's like
thing.
hundreds of dollars, though,
I know.
That one, they're like, oh my God, you have to pay for this.
Because I think that the way it works on Amazon is you got to come up with the reason for the return. And sometimes if you give them a reason.
You can't say a trampoline didn't fit.
Yeah, it didn't fit on me. I was too big. But sometimes the reason you give will determine if it becomes a returnless return or not.
And sometimes you click on one thing and then they're like, tell us more. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to tell you more. I'm just clicking randomly.
Or I've done the thing where I returned before because I say, arrive too late, and they say, ship it back and pay for shipping. But then if I go backwards and go, it was inaccurate website description, then all of a sudden they'll take care of the return shipping.
Well, yeah, because that's on them.
It's a whole different, the whole system. You got to figure that out.
Okay, and then finally with the OKC Thunder, the champions, the NBA champions, they're prepping for their parade after winning their first championship in their new city. They're no longer the Seattle Supersonics. They are winners in Oklahoma. But one of the stories that is staying with us is not Tyrese Halliburton's torn Achilles. It is Kristen Chenoweth's national anthem performance. This was what she sang at the final game, and she is from Oklahoma. This is the original Glinda from Wicked on Broadway. And people were saying this is the worst national anthem they've ever heard.
Please welcome Emmy and Tony Award-winning actress and singer and Oklahoma native, Kristen Chenoweth.
If everybody had an ocean, cause the USA, then everybody be surfing like California, yeah. You see them wearing their baggies.
Forgot the words.
Karachi sandals too.
Please stand or sit.
A bushy blonde hairdo. Surfing USA.
I don't see a problem.
Bushy?
Bushy.
Is that racist?
That's offended.
I don't see a problem with that.
I don't know. This was the actual performance.
For the land of the free. And the home of the brave.
What the hell was that, man?
That was something.
It's funny because I listened to it and I was like, oh, she sounds good. And then I was like, actually, in context, it probably doesn't sound that great. But she is a very good singer. I mean, obviously, she's made her whole career out of it. But it's funny how many times the national anthem has become a big story just in the last few weeks. But then you remember a while back, there was this woman who did this was at the Home Run Derby.
Oh, yeah. She was drunk, though.
Yeah, but I think you have to say you were drunk. Right. I mean, there's nothing else. It's like the reason for the return. You're just like, I don't know.
But I believe that anthem was so embarrassing it actually sent her to rehab.
Yes,
I think that anthem was
go to
the final
rehab.
straw.
This was Ingrid Andress.
The bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Bushy blonde hair.
Listen, I think that it's not an easy thing to do, Allie. As you remember, you got to sing the national anthem last year.
Yeah, and I will say, if you don't have earbuds in or something, you can't hear yourself at all. So I can understand, even if somebody has a grip on their singing, that it could go off the rails easily when you can't hear yourself.
But Allie, when you sang the national anthem at the Galaxy game,
the year they won,
video went viral because a kid watched you sing the national anthem and started crying, and not crying because it was so bad, but crying because he felt so emotional about what was happening. And
I know. know.
And you did a great job. You really, we were hoping we could have come on the air and made fun of you, but you unfortunately did not go viral for bad reasons. You went viral for good reasons, which is the worst thing that could have happened to this show.
Yeah, but then they sent me the original feed, and I did not sound as good as I thought I did.
Where's that? Why can't we
I'm
listen?
not going to show it to you at all.
Why not?
Because it sounds bad.
Well, how can we get it?
I'm not going to. I've destroyed it.
Remember when they brought Allie out on the field to sing that song?
It looks like there is a red card on the field. No, wait, that's just a rashy red face, and it's going to sing for us. Please welcome this woman with herpes to honor America.
It was such a nice announcement they made when you came out.
And I was waving.
Yeah, and Allie waved the whole time.
Back and forth.
And now to honor America, her mom is the throat goat, and she's in my booth with me right now. Oh, yeah. Wow, that feels good. Yes. Here I go. Goal.
I forgot about this announcement.
These are so funny.
They brought you to the field, and this guy really...
You might know her for voicing a tampon in an unaired commercial and being featured on America's funniest home videos for falling off a bicycle. Allie Johnson.
Hey, there we go.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, just after 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, we have a pretty big star to join us in a moment. You know him from his project, 21 Pilots. You know, Allie, we always make fun of the fact that when you go to a Guitar Center, they always try to tell you about the band they're in. Oh, I'm in a band. You should check out my band. Hey, Johnny over there working in keyboards, he's in a band. You should check out his band. Well, what you may not know is that Josh Dunn of 21 Pilots used to work at Guitar Center. And maybe the biggest success story that's ever come out of Guitar Center. So we can get into that. Also some 2 epic questions. And they've got a big new tour date to announce here in Los Angeles. So let's give you some 21 Pilots, and then we return with the great Josh Dunn of 21 Pilots after this on KROQ. It's been a while since we've said hi to one of our buddies in 21 Pilots. In fact, of all the times we've chatted with you guys, I don't think we've ever had you independently, and I wasn't sure if you were even able to operate when not side by side. But ladies and gentlemen, the return of Josh Dunn on KROQ. What's up, Josh?
You're kind of correct. You're half correct. I mostly don't know how to operate without Tyler here, but we're gonna do our best.
Can you talk crap about Tyler since he's not here?
No. Contractually, no.
It's very funny because of all of the bands we've had the opportunity to chat with over the years, we always thoroughly enjoy sitting down with both of you because a lot of times you guys just go back and forth and we can just sit back and watch you guys go at it, and then they go, that's our time, and we go, all right.
I know, now we have to put in effort.
Now we got to actually work for this one, but it's a pleasure to talk to you again. First of all, happy belated birthday. I know this was the week of your birthday. How did you celebrate?
I played drums, actually. Yeah, it was perfect. I played drums, I boxed, and I ate cookies.
It's a perfect day.
What's the goat cookie?
I mean, there's it was like there was some sugar cookies with like some stuff, whatever the thing is on, like the icing, and some Oreo cookie. There was actually a lot of cookies. I had too many cookies.
That's why I had a box. I had to work out all those cookies.
Box and drum.
Yeah.
Work it all off.
Life's about balance.
It's all about that balance. And I've seen you backstage right before you guys have gone out. I think that was a few years back at KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. But even to watch up until the last second, even till the second before you even go on the stage, you are still doing some sort of cardio. I've seen it happen. It's wild to watch. You've done more in the 11 seconds before you go on stage than I've done in the last decade.
Well, yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think I always just want to make sure that I can try and perform that show as, this thing that I did when we kind of like wrote the songs and we're playing them in the early days. And, life catches up with you, and I want to, try my best to stay on top of it. But, who knows?
Well, I think you were doing the backflip off the piano way before Benson Boone. I feel like he gets all the credit, and it's like, oh, he's doing all these backflips. But now that you're on tour again, are you going to one-up Benson? Are you going to do something else? Are you training for that?
Maybe a double backflip?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's definitely, I could tell that he knows what he's doing way more than me. I literally, like, when it was probably 2012, and we're, like, getting ready to play a show, and it was, like, in a gymnasium that had, like, mats, like, whatever it is, like gymnastic mats. And we were bored, and I was like, I'm going to try and do a backflip off the stage. And, like Tyler and our buddy Mark was there and helping spot me and stuff. And I landed it. And then I remember just being like, I'm just going to try and do this in the show. And we kind of like worked it into a song. But I could tell Benson Boone's been he knows what he knows the technicalities of it way more than me.
Yeah,
I'm definitely primed to get hurt probably more than he is.
Right. Yeah, we've got already bets. The new tour, Will They Survive, with Unscathed, and then of course new music, and we'll get into all of that. But it's actually so exciting for us to, Allie and I have always joked for the longest time about every time you go to Guitar Center, they try to tell you about their band, the guy with the ponytails, like, hey, we're playing a little show. I think that 21 Pilots may be the most successful story that has ever started at a Guitar Center, right? I mean, of all of the bands, is there any other band that's as big as you guys that started with two people meeting through Guitar Center?
Man, I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I was working there, and actually the guy, our buddy Chris, he was playing drums with Tyler at the time, and he was working at Guitar Center, and I kind of met Tyler through him because he and I were friends. And Chris and I are still, Chris and Tyler are all still close. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of where it started, really. And I love it. That was one of my favorite jobs too.
Can you still get an employee discount?
I don't think so. I haven't been in a little while, but maybe if I throw out my employee ID, maybe they'll hook me up.
What's crazy about it is that's where it all began, and then here we are now. And your most recent, song, "The Contract," was, I believe, the biggest single in your entire career. Which means that I would imagine whenever there's time between albums or songs, you go like, "Do we still have it?" You have to ask yourself that, and then for it to go even bigger than anything you've done before, and that's Heathens and all the monster hits that have been released. That's got to make you feel pretty good.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're dead on with that. I think, yeah. Anytime we put out something new, I'm kind of just like, man, people are over it. It's like people are kind of like, okay, we get it. We've heard enough. And so, yeah, it is. I think, yeah, seeing people enjoying it and people listening to it, it makes me really happy.
I wanted to get your opinion on something that we were talking about on the show. I think, Klein, we were talking about this off the air, but Sabrina Carpenter was talking about concerts at shows and phones at shows, and how there should be more concerts without any cell phones. And as you guys embark on this new tour, Breach and the Clancy tour, do you feel like you agree with that? I know that phones are such a big part of everyone's concert experience now, but maybe she's got a point.
Yeah, there are definitely, like, comedians will tour and say no phones, and they have even like bags you got to lock your phone up in so you can't record it, which makes sense. I do think in our early days we relied on people posting videos and photos from our show, and kind of like spread the word a little bit, and things are different than they were for us, which I'm very grateful for. But at the same time, I personally can't get rid of like some of the old like feelings that I had. Like when we're not on tour, I'm always just kind of like, the band is just doing nothing now. It's just failing because we're not playing shows, and because that was our mindset early on. With the phones, I do think, yeah, it can. There are two sides of it. There is one where it's kind of like, how many times have you taken a video or a photo of fireworks at the 4th of July? And then it's just like, do you watch the fireworks back? Like how many videos are in your phone or of fireworks that you actually go and watch or show your friends? Like, look at this. So part of me is kind of like, it's a similar thing where it's just like, I'm taking this because I feel like I should, because it's like, it's a memory, I guess, that is cool or would be cool. But like, realistically, am I going to go back and watch these videos or have these photos from this show? Some people maybe, but I think it might be close to the fireworks.
Yeah, but think about it. If you land that double backflip and no one's there to capture that on their phone, then why even bother doing the double backflip? Or did it even happen? Right?
Did it even happen?
That's the question.
Yeah, and some people might have been getting like a drink or popcorn or something, and their buddy, filmed it and can show them. So yeah, I think the cell phones should stay. But maybe everyone just space it out. Everyone communicate with each other, and there's like this person's like, I got this song, I'll film it and then airdrop it to all of you guys. You get the next song. So there's just one phone at a time.
I know.
There we go.
For me, it's the guy in front of me is always taking a way better video than I am.
I'm so
I'm
jealous.
like, can I just have that?
Yeah, give me that one.
Yeah.
Well, the BMO Stadium show, BMO Stadium show sold out instantly, right? So then you guys have announced a second show, and that's always very exciting. Those tickets pre-sale today at 10 a.m. and then general public tomorrow at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster. When you sell out a show instantly, that's always the goal. Do you know, like, when you think you maybe have a night off, and you're like, oh, that's cool, do the show, LA, then I have a night off. And then they go, well, good news, it's sold so quickly, we're going to do another show. It's bittersweet, right? I mean, you got to be happy that so many more people want to see you, but also you're kind of like, oh, man, that was my pickleball day.
Yeah. No, there is some truth to that. I think, we've always loved playing in LA, so I will say, and also, it's rare that we play a stadium. So I think it's going to be special. I think both nights will be special. I will have to forego the pickleball night.
Yeah, bummer.
Which is tough, but we'll just have to push it to the next night, I think.
Yeah.
But no, it's awesome, man. I like I said, we started. I mean, I started off just playing drums and Guitar Center, and then Tyler and I we played a show for 2 people one time. But in our minds, we played it to BMO Stadium sold out, and now the time has come. And
what's crazy is, Allie, the first time we introduced 21 Pilots on stage to a group of people, they were not even playing the main stage. They were playing the pre-stage.
Yeah, what year was that? Was like
2014, I
10
think,
years
or something
ago.
like that. But I mean, that's crazy to think now that they're still taking our calls after all these years. But greatly appreciate Josh Dunn is on KROQ now. Why do you believe, because you have to, that this album that will be coming out in September is your best album ever?
I guess it's kind of just like I guess the real answer just is.
Yes.
But I think that in theory, I just kind of had this thing since I graduated high school. I was kind of just like, high school sucked. I want life to be better than that. I personally didn't like high school. And so I was kind of just like, man, I want to get better as a person and a musician, and we should always be growing. At some point, there's a plateau, and that might be now, but I don't. I think that like
in this moment with us, thanks.
That's we're a part of your plateau. Great.
Yeah, well, not now, but it probably would have been. It would be after this phone call,
right? Yeah,
later. You're not part of it. But yeah, I don't know. I think like there's a lot of data collected through touring and playing shows and putting out albums and seeing people's responses that you just don't have in the early days. And I think that it's like hopefully collecting the right data to create the right songs and put together the right set list to play a show, and just making something that we love, that that people really love. So I think it'll be our best album.
All right, you heard it here.
Ever.
Breach will be the best album in the history of 21 Pilots, out in September.
Yeah. Do you ever ask Debbie's opinion if you're not sure about a song and she listens and she's like, guys, this is trash, or like, hey, this is great?
But I think a lot of times, like she'll, because like, yeah, Tyler and I will send stuff back and forth and work on a song for a while and really push it down the field, and sometimes just be a little bit, I don't know, just feel like maybe it's not great. And Debbie is kind of one that's just like she's singing it all day in the house, and it's encouraging. And so I'm kind of just like, all right, maybe it's, yeah, maybe we like it, maybe it's cool, maybe we push and we fight for it a little bit. But yeah, she does. She's very encouraging. She likes my band, so that's a good.
That's important.
thing.
Josh Dunn of 21 Pilots, our favorite half of 21 Pilots, is on with us right now. We're not supposed to say that publicly, but what the hell? We're chatting about the new album, the new tour. We've got tickets to give you, the just added second date, which will go on sale, pre-sale, 10 a.m. today. Ticketmaster, that will sell out as well, so I would get them while you can if you don't win them from us. As always, we like to wrap up any chat on KROQ with not one but two epic questions. Questions so epic that they need their own theme song to get to, and we have Josh Dunn of 21 Pilots. Allie, what is epic question number one for Josh?
All right, Josh, if you ever boxed professionally, name one ass you could kick.
Oh man, I will preface with just saying that I box for fun and to just kind of train, and it's a very similar cardio workout to our show. So that's kind of why I started it. So I'm not in it to beat anybody up, but I guess I would say my dog. I know I could
Wow,
win
that's messed up. Yeah,
That is crazy.
You could kick your dog's ass.
Yeah, it's messed up, but it's true. It is true.
All right. What did Jim ever do to you to make you say that you would kick his ass? That's so messed. Poor dog. Epic question number two. Everyone talks about how smart people are using AI all the time, chat GPT, etc. What is the dumbest thing you've used AI or chat GPT for?
I don't really use it. I don't use it too much, and now I realize that can be a hot button topic now. But there was my brother was over and we were watching TV show late, and we will just rile each other up and be like, let's keep watching the show. And eventually I was like, I'll do one if I can have another bag of popcorn. And he asked chat GPT if I could, or if it was smart. And basically said that I could, as long as I don't just keep going all night eating the popcorn.
I've found that ChatGPT is very validating.
Yeah, very.
It's just like, sure, go for it.
Using AI.
Yeah, no, we don't use it for the right reason. Bob, you'll be happy to know, by the way, we just had Cheech on of Cheech and Chong. Cheech claimed that he believes popcorn is the greatest munchy food ever, and that's Cheech of Cheech and Chong. So you're in good company there. Okay,
well, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of right there too. I do think it is. It's kind of perfect. It's mostly air, so you can't
argue with that. Guys, 21 Pilots, we've been supporting you for a very, very long time. I would like to say since just after your Guitar Center days. Pleasure to have you back on with us on KROQ. Congratulations ahead of time on the new album. Hopefully You can get to the studio in September when the album drops, of course, Breach. And then right now you've got the Clancy Tour, which is going to be happening. A new date was just added. Get the pre-sale tickets while you can, 10 a.m., and then tomorrow for the general public. And we've got a pair to give you right now. As always, Josh, pleasure to chat with you again on KROQ. Thanks for being on. Happy birthday, all that good stuff.
Thank you, guys. And it is always great to talk to you. So I appreciate it.
Thanks, Josh.
Great, Josh Dunn.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Josh.
Hard, that's the word. Did Ali inspire you in any way? Yeah, 100% so good.
If you would like to score one of these limited edition tiny towels, Vanessa's tiny towel, she believed it is the greatest, most underappreciated item in our homes. So we've made a bunch of them with her face all over them. She's not thrilled. We've got one to give you right now if you'd like to compete in our tiny talent show, the return of the 10-second talent show, the tiniest talent show in the history of the world. You get 10 seconds to show us any talent you got over the airwaves of KROQ. Some people have tap danced before. Some people have told jokes. We've had impressions. We've had some...
Oh, don't say tap dance. My wife will call.
She could call. She could win. I'd love her to compete. I don't even know if she's eligible. We've had people that have called and burped, have clapped with one hand. If your talent makes sense or makes no sense over the radio, we'd love to hear from you at 800-520-1067 for the return of the Tiny Talent Show, which will be starting in about 5 minutes. Get your talents ready. Be ready to call us, compete live on the air, win yourself your very own tiny towel, and we may even throw in a can of these Shake Shack beans. So you could get you could get the complete summer barbecue kit. It's all you need: a tiny towel and some Jake Shack beans, and you're ready to go. So work on your talents.
Should we give all of them away today, please?
I think we should give them all away. So Jake
Before his head explodes.
never has to say it again. So
He has to say it louder every time we give one away.
let's just not even mention the name of the
Jake
product.
Shack beans.
No, stop. He can't stop himself. If you want to see what they look like, we've got a can in the studio now. Only a few left. These are all dented.
A can of what?
We don't know, Elmar.
Beans.
Unnamed beans.
Oh.
We'll be giving those away. If you want them, you got to call. You got to compete. Get your talents ready. The number is 800-520-1067. But before we can do that, let's solve all the many mysteries and riddles that are waiting on the internet. It's time for Clickbait. Here we go. Clickbait.
There we go.
Clickbait. We'll start with this one. Clickbait. Here we go, Allie. According to an expert, this is the number one thing every marriage must have for it to last. If you don't have this, nothing else matters. You
A
need
prenup.
Prenup, good guess. Marriages with prenups, I think, actually, there is a higher divorce rate
Really?
than marriages without prenups.
Interesting.
Because I think they've made it an easier process. I think that when you start to talk about a divorce, you go, well, this is a lot of stuff we got to work through. If a prenup has already been figured out, ironclad prenup, it's kind of easy to go, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Okay.
But maybe that's right. I don't want to talk you out of it if that's what you think.
That's probably not it. It's probably money.
You need to have money?
Yeah, I think when people have a lot of money, they're like, oh, cool, well, I'll stay in the marriage, even though I'm not really that happy.
All right. According to experts, this is the number one thing that every marriage must have for it to be long-lasting and survive. Jake, you're not a married guy. You live in a shack.
Right.
I just wanted to point that out, but you could also guess.
That was awkward, but go ahead and answer.
I'm going to say trust.
Trust.
That is true, and communication.
They do like to say those words, but I bet you.
Once you don't trust someone, you get jealous all the time, you get fights all the time, and, petty stuff.
Trust is the foundation.
That's what they say, but I think a lot of marriages that have trust still don't make it, though. That's where I was trying to figure out in my head. I go,
trust me, I want to leave you.
You can trust this. I'm out. Omar, what is it?
Yeah. I'm going to say, and this goes for not just only marriages, but I think this goes for all relationships, work relationships, even relationships on this radio show, is that you need to have good chemistry. If you have good chemistry, I think you can get away with a lot of stuff because you deep down know that you guys work together well.
All right, listen to this. One of you is kind of right. The others couldn't be more wrong. The goal of any marriage, at least a successful one that stands the chance of survival, is not passion, it's friendship.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what
you must be
Omar's
close
saying.
friends, ideally best friends with your spouse, because all of the other things, the sexual chemistry, those come and go, the excitement comes and goes, but if it's actually someone you enjoy doing stuff with, like a friend, then you have a chance.
Yeah, and if you're absolutely right, if there's like a dry spell, you can get through it because you're like, at least I like hanging out with you and watching Netflix.
Yeah, you're not going to play with your box. We'll play Xbox together, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Clickbait time. Number 2. Then we will get to your talents.
Fake.
So I hope you're working on your talents. You want to win the tiny towel and bragging rights and a can of Jake Shack beans.
You're not even saying words anymore.
Scientists have finally revealed, after a decades-long debate, what is the actual healthiest fruit, and you should be eating it every day. And I'm doing this because it's Pride Month, Allie. But this is the one. Every fruit likes to claim they're healthy. A lot of them are junk. This one is truly the healthiest, and if you're not eating it every day, welcome to death.
It's probably, just knowing how life works, it's probably the worst one. The worst fruit is probably the healthiest for you.
The one with all the spikes on the outside of it?
Yeah, what is that one? Papaya?
No, there's one.
Is that a fruit?
Is that jackfruit?
That's like a sea urchin or something.
Yeah.
Or like, this is Patrick.
Dragon fruit. I think it's dragon fruit. Yeah, dragon fruit.
Probably
Yeah,
is.
my kids love that crap.
You see that on a plate, I go, I'm not going to put in the effort to get into that thing. Forget it.
It looks like it could kill you.
Yeah, it really does.
No, it's probably papaya because those are lame.
Wow, white woman.
Those are good.
No, papayas are disgusting, and a lot of people you open them up, and all you do is eat the seeds out of it.
At a time like this,
a lot of work.
At a time like this, for you to say papayas are lame, and you're getting papayas confused with pomegranates.
Pomegranates also suck. Oh, yeah, but those are the ones you only eat the seeds,
Right.
huh?
Yes, white woman
So
doesn't
dumb.
know her fruit.
I think all the pea fruits suck.
All right, so you're saying which one?
I'm gonna go with papaya. I think
right.
it still sucks.
Omar, the healthiest fruit. This is the one we should be eating every day. Everything else, irrelevant.
I say we always hear like blueberries. I think it's going to be something strange. I'm going to go with Vanessa and Allie were talking about this the other day. I'm going to go with the guava.
Yeah.
Jake?
I'm going to go with something that has...
Beans. It's not a fruit.
I'm going to go with something high in vitamin C, like an orange or a tangerine. I was going to go orange.
Hate to say this, but Jake got the closest. Lemons. That's the only.
Nobody's eating lemons.
That's what you got to
Oh my
be
God,
doing.
I had to think worse.
You had to think worse fruit.
Yeah, dude. Nobody's eating that.
Worse?
You had to think the one fruit that you need had 90 cups of sugar to make palatable. They claim that is what it's all about
Well,
for
that's
a
what
million
they say.
reasons.
Yeah, because if you're bloated, if you feel sick, anything, they're like, drink lemon water.
Immune system boosting, absorbs the iron, improves digestion, prevention of cardiovascular disease, thanks to the anti-inflammatory properties. Apparently, all of our secrets and health problems go back to the lemon. Final question in Clickbait.
909 said, is Allie really saying pineapple, pears, peaches, papaya, pomegranate all suck?
Yep.
And I'm saying with the exception of pineapple, yes, all of those are terrible.
Wow. Who knew a fruit, a gay lady, would have such a terrible outlook on real fruit? What is good? What do you think is the best fruit then?
Nanners, totally versatile. You
What
can
are
put
you
them in
saying?
anything. Bananas.
Oh.
Oh my God, I have a banana every day. You can have it by itself. You can have it with peanut butter, put it in a shake, put it in a sandwich.
You're like a broken lesbian.
Put it in
You go
a
with the
pancake.
Penis-shaped fruit is your number one fruit?
I'll deep throat it.
Make that happen.
I wish I hadn't said that. Moving on.
Final question. In Clickbait, guys, there is a dangerous habit that most people don't even realize that they are partaking in, and experts are calling it a hidden epidemic.
Just in general, a dangerous habit?
It's a dangerous habit that most of us don't even realize that we are involved in, but people are saying it is a hidden epidemic. It is affecting us all. What is it?
I mean, it's probably checking our phones and it's rotting our brains.
All right. Allie says the checking of the phones. Jake?
I'm going to say kissing your pet.
Wow, that's a you thing.
Everybody does that.
No, there is every year. There's like one story of a person that like tongue kisses their dog and gets a brain-eating amoeba and dies. It's a very rare thing, but it does happen. Worth it. Omar, what is the hidden epidemic that apparently all of us are partaking in, and it is dangerous?
I think it's going to be snacking because we're all getting fatter, and that could potentially kill you.
You can see snacking as the slowest way to get fatter, where you're just putting on like a quarter of a pound
And then
every
like
week.
3 years later, you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a new acronym called FOPO.
Oh.
And FOPO is the fear of other people's opinions. Your fear of people's opinions, which is causing people to be basically paralyzed by doing anything because they're so afraid of how everyone's going to judge them for what they wear, what
That's
they
got to be a
post,
Gen Z thing,
where
man.
they
Yeah,
go.
dude, how is that new?
Well, apparently it's taken over now, and it's affecting so many decisions that everyone makes that we're just not making decisions anymore. And it's an anticipatory mechanism that we use. It's a preemptive process that increases our acceptance in the eyes of others. We try to avoid rejection. As a result, we avoid tons of things now because no one wants to be judged.
Well, you know, because everything is online now, opinions are instant. You can put up a picture, a video, whatever, and people will show you what their opinion is and be very honest about it within 3 seconds. Yeah. So if you're afraid of that, then yes, it will cripple you.
So there you have it. Some clickbait. We've just solved the internet's biggest riddles. When we return, your talents. 10 seconds of talent or less. Big prizes and bragging rights. That's next on KROQ. They got more than 10 seconds of talent. Green Day on KROQ, but now is your chance. Anyone, no matter how untalented you may feel, has at least 10 seconds of talent to bring us. It is the tiniest talent show in the world. 10 seconds to prove you have talent, no matter how it may not carry much value in the real world. You may not be able to, headline your own Vegas show, but for 10 seconds on the radio, that may be all you need to win. Today, the prize is a very special tiny towel and a can of Jake Shack beans. So if you want to win those two items that will instantly make your backyard barbecues more fun as we get into the 4th of July festivities, I recommend you're on the phone now at 800-520-1067 for your talent. And what is your talent? Welcome.
I can burp talk. Or I can say the alphabet while burping.
All right. This is also a very important skill to have if you get pulled over.
Why does everyone just have weird variations of the alphabet?
Excuse me. That was me warming up the crowd for you. Go ahead.
Go.
This is going to really make Allie nauseous more so than normal. Go ahead, Colleen.
Hey.
Please stop. I can't.
She's a bikini model. Did you know that, Allie?
I can hear it in the G.
Pretty cool, right?
You can always hear it in the G. It's a great talent. Hold on one second, Colleen. You could win this thing. Hold on. All right. Let's not waste all the applause on Colleen. That was just 10 seconds.
So
Say
disgusting.
hi to...
Remember the last time we did this? I think we had all bird people.
A lot of bird. Yeah, it was crazy. Everyone had a variation of a bird.
Was a bird.
I don't know why there always seems to be themes to these 10-second talent shows.
What will it be?
Tiny talent show. Blaze, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, what's up? Calling in for Tiny Towel Tuesday Talent Show.
All right. What is your talent?
I got a beatbox thing for you guys.
You do a beatbox. All right. Whenever you're ready. 10 seconds.
I don't know. It goes like, Tiny Towel to now. Tiny Towel to now. Come on.
All right. You're just...
Come on.
All right. He's just mocking me. Good. He's just mocking me, but he turned the lyrics into Tiny Towel. Let me hear it again.
What?
I was trying to beatbox. I'm sorry, we cut you off. Go ahead.
You need to hear this again?
No, I don't think we do. All right, well, that's Blaze right there. He's attempting to beatbox, but it's
I think he's just hitting things on his phone.
Yeah, I think the way phones work now is that when white people try to beatbox, the phones just give up.
Yeah.
All right, let's say hi to Alex. Good morning, Alex. You're on KROQ. We're looking for a very tiny talent, 10 seconds at a time, up for grabs. Tiny towel, can of unnamed protein. All right, go ahead. Alex, hi.
Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. What's your talent?
My talent is I could sound like a goat.
Lovely. That would be great for us.
Right, we will take that. You know, we are the home of the goat line, 844-956-GOAT for all of your messages. A lot of people claim they can make a goat noise, but can you under pressure? Your time begins. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. But let me hear yours and then the real one. That's pretty good.
That is good.
I feel like they're kind of mating those two. All right.
Keep making love. Go on. Finish.
She was kind of sick of it there, huh?
I lost it there.
Yeah, it's like real life.
She's already like Mar again.
All right.
I wanted to quote Vanessa really quick. I'm not drunk, but I'm feeling it.
Oh, impressions. Show impressions. Pretty good as well.
Okay, volleyball.
All right. There's
Now
a lot.
you two can have a conversation.
I'd like Vanessa to talk to a woman doing impersonations of Vanessa now. All right, that's an interesting one. Well, as you've learned, because every line is lit up now, you don't need a lot of talent to win the 10-second talent show, or at least to compete.
We
right?
prove that the bar is lower and lower every time we do this.
Yeah, and that's not the goal here. We're hoping if we keep doing it, eventually the bar will get high enough, then maybe we'll discover the next great talent in this town, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's your story? What's your origin story?" Well, I was on KROQ for 10 seconds.
Like all those America's Got Talent and all those shows, it was like there was a bar at first, and then everyone just gets more and more spectacular. Not that I really watch anymore, but I feel like it's the opposite with the 10-second talent show.
Peter, you have 10 seconds to wow us. 10-second talent show, the tiniest talent show, which is why the prize today is a tiny towel. What are you going to do for us?
I can do a darn good Chewbacca noise.
All right, whenever
I feel like we always get at least one Chewbacca.
Always one guy. He's probably only useful on Father's Day and today, but go ahead. Okay.
It could also turn into a motorcycle.
Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to meet Alex. She does a goat. Why don't you chew in goat, have a conversation? Go ahead. Peter, you can start the conversation. Okay, she's tapped out now.
I think I won.
A strange way to start the day.
I won. Is there a winner?
I don't think anyone won here. I think that we can agree that there's no winner here at all. But thank you for the effort. All right, one final contestant. That was beautifully done. Then we have to pick a real winner in this tiny talent show.
I'm realizing anyone who's good at a Chewbacca is just a man with phlegm.
Yeah. He's probably have sinus infection. Let me say it to Bronny. Now, if this is Bronny James, we know there's no talent. So let's not waste our time.
I made a basket.
I almost hit the rim once. Hey, is this Bronny James? Bronny?
Hello?
Hi, is this Bronny?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your talent?
Yeah. I can opera sing "Crawl" by Linkin Park.
Oh, love to hear that.
Great.
That's a talent. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, you ready? Ready?
Crawling in my skin, this voice I will not hear. This heart full, confused and what is real.
And Goat Woman, go ahead.
Alex, let me hear your response to that. Go ahead. Okay. All right. They both make good points there. Can I hear the opera and the goat together for just a little bit of a duet as we go into break now? Go ahead, guys. I'm going to add Chewbacca to this call, too. Go ahead, Chewbacca. All right, wonderful. All right, guys, we got a real decision to make.
Again,
so much talent.
There was a
So
theme.
much talent. I'm sorry we couldn't get to all the other people on the phone that really wanted to do talented things.
There's someone here with a turkey sound.
I know. We have to make a decision right now. This is going to be tough.
Goat is the goat. Come on.
Goat? Really? Of all of that talent?
She worked her impression flawlessly into everyone else's.
Alex, guess what?
Don't tell me.
You're the winner of the 10-second talent show. Congratulations. So you got
Can't we
yourself
send a runner-up towel, too?
your very own tiny towel and a can of Shake Shack.
What do you say about that?
You?
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. K-Rock.
You should check out our YouTube right now because Suave Gavi's in studio. He's going to give us the official ruling on this tequila to see if she got ripped off. Now, everyone on Reddit says there's a giant scam that happens, especially at cruise ship port of calls, where they will sell tequila. It's the worst bottom of the bottom tequila. Tell you can only get it here. If this was in America, this would be $10,000 a bottle. Here you're getting a deal, and you're going to let us know. I didn't think it tasted great when I drank it. Allie thought it went down smooth.
I thought it was smooth, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's good, right?
He had it first smell of it.
I got
Well, and
so,
we should also say that before we came on just now, you said that you needed to warm up your mouth.
Yeah. Right. So I'm
That's
not
how
sure.
Johnny got hired here.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
Come on, warm up our mouths, Johnny. They're getting cold.
Right.
Well, when you drink tequila or any kind of spirit, what you got to do first is swish it around your mouth and get your mouth warmed up, your tongue, if you will,
right.
Because you're ready to accept all these flavors in the party that's about to happen.
Right.
So,
dance party.
That's right. Yeah. So I already warmed up my mouth. I'm already
loose,
a little socially lubricated, and ready to go.
So this bottle, your first instinct when you look at the bottle, because we're trying to get to the bottom of the scam, and then we're going to let Vanessa do some tasting and see if she can figure out the difference between a terrible tequila and a top shelf tequila.
Right. So the bottle, it's pretty. I mean, it's got the cool, it looks authentic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of research before coming here. Couldn't find much
about this brand.
About
this brand.
Ila Maya?
Yeah. Even not much about it. There's an app called Tequila Matchmaker. That's kind of like the Rotten Tomatoes for
Tinder?
tequila. You can meet a lot of people on Tequila Matchmaker too.
I believe it.
But and there's like the Bible for tequila aficionados, and there's nothing.
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
And let me tell you why. Because it was locally made. So what's something as local as everyone knows.
Right. It's small batch, baby.
More expensive, baby.
Right. Okay. All right, Vanessa. Good point. I'm going to say I'm more convinced now than ever before that Vanessa got scammed by this bottle.
But I could also say, as just a regular gringo white lady, he pitching me something versus Vanessa pitching me something. She's just excited about it. I want to try whatever she's given to me. I want to feel like she feels.
Right.
So the thing is that this bottle, you bought it for $65. About
did I say 60?
$65.
$65.
Yeah.
So I got it
this
for
is
65,
what you said.
and you know I got you a bottle. $65. $65. Okay, let me tell you why too. Oh, sorry, sir. Because if you feel the bottle, it has texture.
Oh yeah, because it's raised. That's money.
And also, it's not small. You guys thought I got you the tiny bottle. I got you a big bottle.
Well,
dude, I'm ready to buy Vanessa's tequila bottle.
Vanessa, I'll buy your gasoline drink. All right, so Suave Gavi, all that matters is you. You're the expert. You're the expert.
For throwing up, get a trash
can.
That'd be great.
Get the trash can for this bottle you brought us.
Right on the nose. It smells very sweet. I could smell some rough.
Rough.
Let me go in for a dive.
I want to get an actual estimate as to what you think this bottle of tequila. All the lengths we go through on this show just to try to prove each other right and wrong is really kind of crazy. Maybe he changes his tune. Vanessa paid $65. Said it was the best bottle of tequila in Mexico.
Okay, so
I thought it was so smooth.
It is smooth. And so there's 4 additives that you can add in tequila, which is glycerin, which makes it smooth, caramel coloring, oak extract, and sugar-based syrups.
So that's why you tasted sweet.
So it tastes sweet right off the bat. And that's what, then you can once you kind of train your palate and all, you could sense
Do
what
all
that
like
sweetness
bad ones smell sweet?
A lot of them do, yes.
Yes.
Glycerin. Jake, are you with me?
Glycerin.
I'm trying to learn.
Glycerin, I would imagine, is not usually something they would brag about, being in their tequila.
No, but if it's under 1%, so the CRT allows any tequila brand to have at least 1% of additives in a bottle. And then they can still say it's additive free. So,
got it.
So that's what they told Vanessa, was that it doesn't have any additives.
It has no additives. It's natural, of course.
Do you think
it's
that
organic.
After your sip, do you believe that is no additives?
That has plenty of additives
a lot
in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
What percentage would you guess are added?
90%. No.
Wow, that's such a... Well,
it's amazing.
Vanessa's so upset
it's
now.
The American way.
Vanessa, are you sad because you feel like you got ripped off? Or...
But it's good. It's not bad. I mean, if you like it in a drink...
I had a whole experience. I was having a great time.
Well, this is the thing. We're going to recreate your experience right now. This is why Suave Agave is here. We wanted to give you a proper tequila tasting. It's your birthday. It was your birthday.
That's right.
And so we're going to try 3 tequilas. One of them is bottom shelf, one is mid, and one is top shelf. Let's see if your tongue learned anything on your cruise to Mexico. And we'll all be drinking together. The tequila fun will continue with Suave Agave right here on the world famous KROQ. Studios will be happening the second Allie's done with the A.D.D news. So if you've been putting up with us and maybe you didn't win yourself a tiny towel or a can of Shake Shack beans, fear not, because Universal Studios tickets for them will be in your immediate future. Get ready to call at 800-520-1067 and be caller 20 the second we're done with this, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D News.
Maroon 5 announcing they're going on tour is not the saddest news you've heard this morning. But it may be the saddest music news you've heard. Actually, there's a few different sad music news that's coming out this morning. Cassell's Music, also a longtime San Fernando fixture here in L.A., and a filming location for Wayne's World is shutting down after 80 years. The guy's retiring. He's closing up shop. This is the She Will Be Mine Stairway to Heaven scene from
Wayne's World. Yeah, the Fender they really wanted. The Castle, that place has been around forever. I think since the 40s. And then it used
That's
to be...
where I bought my first guitar. My first ever
You
electric
know who
guitar.
else got their first guitar there, Johnny? Slightly more well-known than you.
Richie Valens?
That's right. Mr.
That's my boy.
Mr. La Bamba himself.
Guy
goes
said he still has the receipt, too.
for that guitar. And they're shutting it down after...
Richie Valens is Johnny's boy?
Yeah, I love Richie Valens.
Well, I think it was his
But-
inspiration. I don't think they've ever met since he
If
died.
we asked him, would he say Johnny's my boy?
I don't think so. I think that would not be the same response.
All right, but even sadder than all of this is Will Smith's new music.
Oh, no.
So he is trying to make new music, and even his fans are urging him to please stop because it's cringe and it's not helping him with a career comeback, and it's actually just making it painfully obvious that he's going through a midlife crisis.
But hold on, because, if you think about some of the great summer anthems of all time.
Well, Getting Jiggy With It was a ridiculously stupid song that ended up being great.
Summertime, Ali, is where I was going with that.
Getting Jiggy With It is summery.
No. The actual song, Summertime. See how we're always on the same page here? No.
It's chemistry is what makes our relationship.
It's the back and forth.
Just the two of us. That summer anthem?
Nope, not that one. Talking about, not Men in Black, just talking about the song Summertime was one of the great summer anthems ever, and now it's been many years, and his star has fallen just a bit. Mm-hmm. But I can see why he wants to get back in on that summer glory.
This is the newest music video that he released.
It's been a problem ever since I was a little boy. Actually, I think it's gotten worse as I've gotten older. I'm literally experiencing it right now.
And how would you define this problem?
Oh, no.
Make me understand.
I thought you were...
I like pretty girls. I love pretty girls. You don't gotta wait in line tonight. You too fine for the line tonight. 5 + 5, you a dime tonight. I'm about to do something investing. I'll spend it on you and your bestie. You and your twin on a jet ski. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon. I like women.
I mean, that's...
Ain't pretty to me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me. As far as I can see.
Music interlude. Meow, meow, meow. Take that, Summertime.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
When are you, if your children step in and go, Dad, you need to stop making music. It's just not helping anybody.
At first, I didn't believe that was real. I thought it was AI. I was just like, there's no way this is real. And
all of it is, his music career has always had this kind of wink to it, I feel like, where it's just like, I'm kind of ridiculous, but I'm just fun to listen to.
But now he's 70 or whatever. Let it go, man.
No, it's
But if you, let me just say in general, I know there's been a lot of question about his sexuality. If you start listing ice cream flavors and then go, I like girls at the end of that seems like a bit of an...
It's funny that your fat ass decided it was ice cream
I mean,
flavors.
he goes like, Oreo, chocolate, lemon, strawberry. I like girls, by the way.
I like women. It rhymes with lemon.
Very, very questionable.
All right. It is hot as hell, and for once it is not here in California. There's an extreme heat wave that is happening on the East Coast all the way through Salt Lake City. They're actually calling it a heat dome. It's filled with high amounts of pressure, which means that not only is it hot, it's incredibly humid, and it's so bad that the freeways are buckling in on themselves.
Oh, my God.
So European teams in town for the Club World Cup are saying that they have had to cut their practices short and are not sure they're even going to be able to play and handle the heat. So that's one thing that's happening because they're just not used to that kind of heat and humidity. But there are also concerns that these roads are splitting and are becoming undrivable because the heat causes pavement to expand. And yes, we have a lot of heat here on the West Coast, which I think are a little bit bit more prepared for, but there are so many pictures from states like Wisconsin and Nebraska where all of these roads just have these giant splits and cracks in them and are now undrivable simply because it's that effing hot.
I don't want to do this because I know we're in the middle of the news. We got to give these tickets away, but I do have another one of Will Smith's songs to play for you right now.
Hey, it's Jake from Klein Alley Show. There's one thing that you need to know. I lost over 30 pounds with Lasara.com. I used to be fat, but now I'm the bomb. Just had to remember Lasara. Lose more pounds than triple my chihuahua. Remember this, if you want to win. Lasara.com, promo code Jake10.
I don't know. Which one's better?
It sounds the same.
It does sound the same.
It really does.
It's the same exact rap.
I like girls!
That's right, Jake.
Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me. As far as I can see.
Lasara.com.
Oh, it's dead. I lost it, Jake, folks. All right, we get into a brand new hour of the show right now. The very first thing we do is get you into Universal with not one, not two, not three, but 4 tickets. Caller 20 right now. Let's go. 800-520-1067. A brand new hour of the show starts now.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
When you're 10 on a jet ski, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon. I like women.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Will Smith. Who knew we'd get so much Will Smith music this morning on KROQ? We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. Nice message here from 714. Just found this show. Where you been my whole life? Well, we've been right here. Where the hell have you been? Another new listener checking in from the 323, making the move, guys. The morning show I used to listen to got boring real quick. Glad I found you as well after my coworker was laughing for the past few months. Well, listen, you're more than welcome to help spread the word and hashtag grow the show. If you're not already following us on Instagram, we'd appreciate that as we are getting closer and closer to that 50K number. 50K by Independence Day means we have almost only a week to go and 2,000 more followers. That's all we need. Please, Klein Alley Show. We're thirsty. And we need you to support us because our parents never did.
831 said, don't forget that Wild Wild West was also a great summer anthem.
That's all right. That's right. Allie knows. She's picking up right what I'm putting
Jim
down.
West, Desperado. Why do I know all of his music?
It's really sad that you were like his sweet spot. I hope when he's writing music, he's picturing Allie because that is his number one fan.
I mean, he almost got me with I Like Women.
This hour on the show, lots to get into, including a round of Do You Know the Band on your shirt. Someone was approached wearing a Blink-182 shirt. Will they know anything about that band on the shirt? Also got some audio in the streets. Labubus are taking over the world, and we'll prove it to you as we talk to drunk people in a bar to figure out if any of them even know what Labubus are. We got that to get to this hour as well, and we kick things off by getting you into Universal Studios. We say hi to Kimberly in Riverside. Good morning, Kimberly.
Oh, good morning, you guys.
Caller 20 is you.
Whoa, thank you so much. I'm excited.
You get 4 tickets, all new Universal Mega Movie Summer. Go beyond the screen with special character meet and greets and beat the heat with soak-worthy thrills. All at Universal Studios this summer. Hold on for your tickets, all right?
All right, thank you so much. I'm so excited.
That's right. Yeah, here we go, Will Smith.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Will Smith's got us.
What happened to Will, man?
I don't know, dude.
This was the best.
I don't know.
I mean, what happened to him back then was bad, too.
Yeah, all bad. The slap was actually the best thing that happened to that guy, based on everything else we heard. We get into a brand new hour of the show right now, KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Welcome to your Tuesday morning. this is great news, and you have to do it. Don't talk yourself out of it. You have to do it. Good morning. It's Klein Alley Show. We are on KROQ, and
I just don't know if I can make a difference.
you can and you will. And of all of the dumb ideas you've brought to this show over the years, and there have been no shortage, this is perhaps the best idea that you've brought to the show. And I think that you owe this to not only our listeners, I think you owe this to the entire state of California.
Well, I was thinking about this whole free air thing and how I have actually helped a few people now that said, hey, I usually pay for air. I didn't realize that it was free in the state of California. I went in and I asked them to turn it on, and they said, yeah, no problem. Even one person said that they were arguing with the cashier, hey, no, you have to give me money. And they said, no, it's free. And they said, okay, fine, and turn it on for them.
Any gas station you go to that offers air, they must give it to you for free. You go in there with a flat tire, perhaps you got pool rafts, maybe you've got a bicycle with a flat, whatever it is. They put credit card readers on there. Allie believes this is part of a giant scam to get all of our money, even though the air is free. She's been fighting this so much so that she's gone undercover into a few of these places just to try to get the criminals to try to scam her for her money.
Yeah.
Most of them have not. They've said, yeah, it's free. You just got to ask us to turn it on.
They just kind of wave me
Meanwhile,
off.
I've had many listeners reach out. There were a lot of people tipping off specific places going, there's a gas station at this corner that is trying to charge for air that says you have to buy gas to get air. Allie is going to take this to the next level tomorrow, and I hope you do. Please do this.
Well, I think I need to go. My next step would be to go where every Karen goes, which is to a city council meeting. And I need to go in front of the podium, and I need to say, panel or whatever, board
is right.
There is
Let me hear your complaint.
There is a growing problem here in Southern California. It is being overlooked. I am here to bring this to the light and call for change. Air is free, and it is not being made free because everyone is putting card readers and coin slots on these air pumps, and people are paying unnecessarily. I vow and I vote that I'm not sure how it really works, but that we put stickers on all of the air pumps that say free, do not pay, just to make it very clear that people shouldn't be wasting their money in this horrible time of inflation. And I have looked into the local city council meeting. There is one tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Oh, you better go. You better be
emailed them because it says that if you want to speak or hear public comment or whatever, that it has to be about one of the agenda items in that meeting. And I can't just bring up a random rant like the one I just made.
Look what our buddies Chad and JT do when they crash all the city council meetings. They're never bringing up an issue at hand. They're always being like, let's get a statue of, the guy from Fast and Furious or whatever.
So I just say that I am going to speak on one of the agenda items and then do whatever I want.
Yeah, but then you filibuster. Once the mic is yours, you say, I heed the floor or something like that. Some expression.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I say?
I don't know. You can look it up. I'm sure we can come up with something.
Yeah,
start like that. Yeah, start like that.
Yeah,
I call
definitely.
upon you, sir. And you.
Yeah, you can do all your dumb voices.
At
Make
the
them
end
At
sit
the end, you yield.
I yield my time.
I yield the committee, and then you smash
There
a
you go.
gavel and you leave.
It's like that guy Cory Booker that spoke for like 24 hours straight.
I would, Allie, if you took over the city council meeting and spoke for 20 hours about the free air pump issue, it would be. I mean, it would definitely
I was
get
running
attention.
out of things to say after 20 seconds.
Yeah, you
just
sure.
now.
Or even from the beginning, I've lost interest. But
I think I just want to be. If it's successful, I have to be held in contempt.
Well,
they have to drag me out of there.
But if you go out as a fighter for the people, you're the only one who you care about the air, and you are saying that everyone, and it makes perfect sense. It's very on brand for you as El Cheapo. Why pay for something you don't have to pay for? And why would anyone complain about this to begin with other than you? But regardless, I think a lot of people, like Diane on the phone right now, you got to be in Allie's corner here, right?
I agree with her. I think it should be free, but I've gone into a few places and they say, no, you have to be a customer, which means you have to purchase something.
Lies!
See, that's
Don't
a lie.
let them tell you that because it is not true.
Apparently
you
those
do
are
not
lies.
have to pay anything or be a customer to get free air.
Air is free. We live in a place where we get free air. We pay a hell of a lot for taxes, a hell of a lot for rent, but our air is free. And sure, it's polluted and smoggy and everything else, but it's goddamn free.
I know. It's not clean air, but it's air, damn it, and it's ours.
Chris, go ahead. Hi.
Guys, can we please drop this whole free air thing? Like the law, if you look up the law clearly says you must buy gasoline.
I yield your time.
All right, you've been yielded, sir. Thank you.
I hold you in contempt.
All right, well, Allie, you will get some people that will try to stand in your way, like this guy, and you have to just plow.
The naysayers.
The naysayers, right? These
The
are
non-believers.
right. These people don't care about the air the way you do. You do. So I think you need to please go to this town council. When is it? Tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night at
great.
6 p.m. I technically don't have coverage for my kid, so I
Bring
have
him.
to figure.
Bring him. Put him right on.
Can
Strap
I
him
show
right
up
to
20
you.
minutes late? Is that?
No, you strap him right to you, and you speak on behalf of both of you. The future.
And if they question me, I go, I have a baby.
Yeah, you do all the stuff.
Think about the children.
Think about him.
Apologies to anyone who works on the city council. Tomorrow your night is about to get ruined, but ours will get a lot better, so I can't wait for Thursday.
KROQ has your chance to get ready for a summer to remember at the all-new Universal Mega Movie Summer, happening June 13th to August 10th at Universal Studios Hollywood. Meet your favorite characters, experience soak-worthy thrills, purchase movie-themed foods, and join the ultimate party in the park for the best summer day in L.A. Listen for your chance to get cast in the Roll of a winner of a 4-pack of tickets at 9, noon, 3, and 6. Lights, KROQ, action! More info at KROQ.com. Rated KROQ.
That is a bad idea, guys. I'm telling you that right now. Good morning. It's KROQ. It's Klein Alley Show. I got the whole family in here today because it's spring break. My wife's out of town. And
babysitters don't exist.
Babysitters fell through, so here we are.
They've
now.
all quit.
They've all quit. Most of them have quit. So I got my dog in here. I got the kids in here now. And hasn't this
And
been...
Johnny and Vanessa are subbing as dog sitters and kids.
I think technically my kids are babysitting Johnny, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they've never even heard the intro, the great intro Omar put together about how my kids hate me. Girls, you having fun today at the radio station?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is Johnny, do you think you're smarter than Johnny or no?
I'm way smarter than Johnny, 100%.
Yeah.
Google Plus.
I don't know what that means.
They're doing shout-outs? All right, shout-out!
All right.
Johnny is dumb.
Okay,
Johnny is a dumb head.
All right, let's
I remember Dad, the stupid man.
All right, great. Thank you.
You met another stupid man?
Yeah.
Girls, we don't need to talk about all of the... I know you've said some mean things about the people at work.
I think Johnny's going to go to HR after this.
And Vanessa's
Vanessa's a what? I want to know.
I don't want to know.
I want to know. That'd be nice.
No.
Vanessa's a penis head.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys.
Olivia, I braided your
She said penis head. Penis head.
Guys, calm down. There's a song. Omar, do you have the intro? Omar made
I
this.
have it here.
Girls,
I have
listen.
it studied by, yeah.
Omar made this song for you. I want you to hear this. And you can confirm or deny for once and for all that this is not true. Listen to this. Okay, go ahead.
Klein's kids hate him.
Shut up.
Klein's kids hate him.
Give me that.
Klein's kids hate him because he's a bad dad.
It's not okay.
I'll kiss you, bro.
Klein's kids hate him.
Fat boy.
Klein's kids hate him.
Yeah.
Klein's kids hate him because he's a bad dad.
What?
I want this on your radio. I do not want to do the same on your radio. You are crazy, Dad.
All right.
Girls, what do you think of your intro?
Do you like the song that you guys are a part of?
I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it.
All right, good. Thank you. But you love me, right? You love me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I do not.
now you're
Okay, hold on a second.
Now you're trying to get. Now she's just trying to be
So,
sensational.
Klein, your dad has been taking care of you guys a little bit more lately because your mom's been out of town. And how does your daddy do when it's just the three of you?
He's a mean head.
No, come on. See now, can you be
He's
answered?
good.
Thank you, Sienna, for telling the truth.
You hear that, CPS?
No one CPS. Don't listen to this.
Sometimes he's good.
Stop it.
What is the best thing that your dad has? What
Thank
is the
you.
best thing your dad has done for you in your during your spring break?
I don't know. Nothing.
Okay, great. It's like they're trying to get a reaction.
Hey, what do you think your dad does for a living?
What do you
I
think?
don't know.
Well, we're doing it right now.
He probably goes poop a lot.
That is
Okay.
hilarious.
Great. Crushing it.
Does cold plunge.
Yes, he does do
Yeah.
cold plunging.
He does Pilates.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's Pilates?
Yay.
You do Pilates?
Hey, girls,
What other
what did you guys...
embarrassing do you want to share?
Can we stop doing this?
What did you guys think when Daddy came home and his tips were dyed bleached?
When
blonde?
my hair was blonde, what did
He
you
was
say?
stupid.
Thank you. Great. All right. Super.
As opposed to now, and he's still stupid.
All right. And now that my hair is back to normal color, am I still stupid or no?
No. No.
Hey,
All
did
right.
you girls know that your daddy has 2 buttholes?
Okay, Allie.
does.
Yeah.
Allie.
That's why I poop so
That's
good.
why he's pooping so much. Yeah.
Guys, very inappropriate.
Would
Inappropriate.
your dad be cool if he got a piercing?
I want to have a serious conversation with you about something. No, you wait. I want to have a serious conversation with you now. Yeah, excuse me.
What? Do you know what joke they're about to tell?
I don't, but I don't want to hear it. Listen to me right now.
How many?
It's gonna be.
What is she about to say?
It's going to be inappropriate. Sienna, Olivia, be careful. You will lose your play date later.
Oh, don't take away her play date.
Listen
Stop.
to me. Listen
How
to me.
many nipples does he have?
See, it's not funny. Great.
Does she know about the nipple?
No, she doesn't. Jake, no. Listen to me, girls. I want to tell you something quickly. Olivia, Sienna,
He's getting
both of you.
pierced.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
You've been playing a lot of Roblox lately. I don't know if you heard yesterday. There's a big story that happened where a kid was playing Roblox and then got abducted by a kidnapper. And we talked about what happens if you try to get kidnapped and what is your plan.
What happens if you try to get
if someone tries to kidnap
I'll
you?
just say no, you're a stupid head.
All right, good. And what is your plan, Sienna, if someone tries to kidnap?
Because it's so easy. You can just say whatever you want to them or just run away on Roblox. I would punch them in the penis.
Okay.
That actually is a great answer.
Yes.
And call Spencer.
Okay, goodbye. All right.
And call Spencer.
That-
Who's Spencer?
I don't know.
Is that the real dad?
Probably. Thank you, girls.
Make it.
Hi, I'm Allie Johnson, and this is my Playboy Playmate Amateur Audition. I am 5'5", I'm 22, I'm a 32B in a good bra and a 32D in a drugstore bra. I know that there's another Allie Johnson who wants to be a Playboy Playmate, and I know that because when I search on the YouTube, she comes up before my name, which makes sense because she's really buoyant. I hate it when people say, Allie, you're really shallow, or Allie, your butt is too big for your species. This is my boyfriend, Devin. We met 3 weeks ago. He is a full-time ice cream operating engineer. He works full-time out of his own van, and he has just been such an entrepreneur, and he totally believes in me. I like bikini weightlifting. That's always fun, especially in the bedroom. I like just hanging with the boys, and I don't even ever mind that they make me stand outside with no bra on. I like filthy, dirty change on me because I think there's something a little too perfect about being clean. I'm really excited about possibly being a Playboy Playmate because I think it's really empowering for women to have their name associated with a month.
Alley Show. I already talked this morning about the crime that was committed in my house yesterday. If you missed that conversation, check out the podcast, goes with the show, or you can watch us on YouTube. But I feel like it's one of many Labubu-related crimes that are taking place not only here in the streets of Southern California, but around the country and around the world. We've already covered a few different stories, break-ins, thieveries, robberies, and high-end robs, and a lot of counterfeiting going on, smuggling. It just seems to happen whenever there's the it thing that everyone has to have.
I feel like now was the time I would hear, like, people smuggling fireworks and being arrested for illegal fireworks, and it hasn't been. I haven't seen any of that. I've seen only Labubu stuff.
Been a lot of Labubu-related stuff, and so we couldn't even fathom the concept that some people still have no idea what they are. So Jake went out into what we believe is the crossroads of the world, a bar in the valley, to find out if anyone knows what a Labubu is.
Hello, everybody. My name is Vincent Flood. I live in beautiful Burbank, California.
Can you tell me what a Labubu is?
I cannot, but my mind goes to the dirty direction, so...
What you're thinking right now, what would you call a Labubu?
Nipples.
So that guy believes that Labubu is like a way of saying nipples.
So in the context, your daughter stole a pair of nipples from somebody's backpack.
Stole some nipples because people hear it now and they want to know. You don't like to hear the same thing get said over and over again and be like, I have no idea what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. So Jake wanted to go ahead and drop some knowledge on his fellow drunks.
So if you had to guess what a Labubu is, you would say nipples.
Either that or a pre-prohibition drink.
So he's got two options. Neither of them are right, but just these are regular people. You know, you think it's the craze, and if you care about Labubus, it's all you care about. So for people that don't even know that they exist or what they are, it's fascinating to hear them try to put the pieces together.
Are nerds really liking Labubus, or just cool people?
I don't know. It's funny because I thought it was just for children, but then some people say, no, it's all about adults now.
Well, when Jake went to the weed store and talked to that... pothead.
Oh, yeah.
That was an adult.
Yeah, they had a Labubu or wanted one. I don't even know if it's one or had.
I'm going to show you a picture of what a Labubu is here.
Oh, it's f***ing Munchie cheese.
Oh, it's Munchie cheese. That's his response.
Oh, yes. When we were talking about Labubus, somebody texted and said, Labubus are the new Monchichis.
Right.
And I was even more confused because I never knew what a Monchichi was.
Right, so everyone's got...
I think if you saw them, you know what they are.
Monchichis sounds like boobs.
But Monchichis definitely are boobs. Yeah, and you know, it's right
Shake
there.
Your Monchichis.
In the middle of the Monchichis is the Labubu. That's how you know. So the concept is every generation had their Labubu, be it a treasure troll, maybe that was your Labubu, or a Monchichi.
Or a Beanie Baby.
Or, yeah, I mean, everyone had their thing. I guess there's just every 10 years we have to come up with the next must-have item.
There you go.
The new version.
The new version, yes. And you know what? Sadly enough, I've seen these in the bar.
So that's, they've made it to the adults now.
I think he's still talking about boobs.
Oh, he's still talking about boobs? Okay, well, that's it.
And what do you think about them?
They're terrifying. Look at them. It looks like modern-day gremlins.
Some of these are selling for like hundreds of dollars. What do you think about that?
Listen, everybody's got their thing. So if you're going to spend $100 on that, God bless you.
So that is Jake's first chat with a regular person about Labubu. He's spreading the word of the Labubu, and now it's another person that he had to inform what is the craze that everyone won't stop talking about.
How much would you spend on one?
I wouldn't spend $1 on it, but that's me.
What's your name?
Sunny.
Sunny from where?
Sunny from... I'm Sherman Oaks.
Now that's someone lying to Jake about where they're from.
I'm, don't say Burbank. You're in Burbank. You don't want him to know where you live.
It's the best. It's the best is hearing the people lie right to Jake's face, and they lie so badly.
I am Sherman Oaks.
Did I say sunny? I meant cloudy. No, I'm...
Sunny from where?
Sunny from...
Don't say. I mean, it's really... Jake, do you know you're being lied to in these moments, or no?
I don't care.
Sunny from where?
Sunny from... I'm Sherman Oaks.
Can you...
That's when you really are lying. You pronounce it. You
Right.
overpronounce Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, well, I would
right.
bet for sure she's not from Sherman Oaks. The one thing I know about Sunny is she's not from Sherman Oaks.
Can you tell me what a Labubu is?
A Labubu. Sounds like a Mexican oopsie. I don't know. like La Bamba, but like Labubu. I made a Labubu.
It's the most laughter.
Man, she's just going to keep going.
This is the most laughter Jake has ever heard in his life.
Sherman Oaks is like, you can have her.
What is a Labubu?
Oh, no.
What the hell is that?
Oh, God. It really changed.
It turned really quick.
Oh, man. He's going to get punched.
When Jake showed the picture. Once again, that woman is not from Sherman Oaks. Now, Jake moved on. He wanted to find someone that was familiar with the Labubu.
What's your name?
I'm Tania.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
Aggressive crowd at the bar, huh, Jake? Busy night, right? Everyone's out there. You didn't see any Labubus at the bar?
I did not, no.
Right.
What's your name?
I'm Tania.
Do you know what a Labubu is?
I do not. What is that?
What's it sound like it is?
It sounds like a boo-boo, like something when you hurt yourself, a boo-boo.
Oh, I got a Labubu.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, can you kiss my Labubu?
Oh, God, Jake.
No, we don't have to riff on this.
Jake, we're
Just keep going.
Come on, riff
I think we're going to get banned from this bar, dude.
Exactly. Yeah, it sounds like that.
All right, let me show you what it is.
Okay. Oh, those things. Okay, I've seen those before. Yeah.
See, that's the reaction people have. I didn't know those things had a name. I just was starting to see them.
those.
Oh, those things. Yeah, and then she was...
Yeah, they're selling for hundreds of dollars.
Oh, wow. Oh, hundreds of dollars for that? I don't know about that.
Sometimes thousands.
Thousands of... Like, I know that they're, like, collectibles and, like, people, like, really love them, but I didn't think they were thousands of dollars.
Well, that's the other thing is that people apparently are sparing no expense. They must have them. They need them. And we have to understand, like everything else, we will lose interest very quickly. Even
Well,
in the
I
middle
think
of
the
this
creator
conversation.
of these is like a billionaire overnight.
Overnight, $1.5 billion richer because he had a dumb thing and everyone decided that's the new it thing. So think about it. The next person that decides to sew a button onto a sock and then make a bunch of them, and that becomes the new thing. Now, this is the last person, and this is the saddest one because they didn't hear Jake correctly, and he made their night and then had to ruin their night.
Hey, what's your name?
Annie. My name is Annie.
Annie from where?
Annie from Los Angeles.
Desperate Women Night?
It's
It's like, hi. What is it?
It's women out of prison night. It's a very special night.
Annie from Los Angeles, specifically the Valley, Van Nuys.
Annie, can you tell me what a Labubu is?
Do I want a Labubu? Yeah.
She thought Jake was giving away Labubus and he had to break the news. He just had pictures.
He was just asking.
Just asking. So anyway, another in-depth undercover investigation.
Another night of disappointing women by Jake.
Yeah. So it's KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Alley Show. We know it's officially wedding season, and we have offered these services in the past. It's one of the few things that we do well. But if you are putting together a guest list, it doesn't have to just be for a wedding, but it does feel like there's a lot of weddings coming up. And you need to make a decision between, do I invite this person or this person? Eventually, you get to that thing called the wedding bubble. It's a fun game to play because it's kind of like you get to play God. You get to decide, is this person important enough to me? Will they give a good gift? Are they gonna be...
And even if they're important, is their significant other and child important?
You guys start crunching numbers, right? And then you have a decision to make, and sometimes you and your future spouse are fighting over which one of you gets another person involved. Because, sometimes there's numbers. You got the cutoff for the room you want to be in is 100 people. You cannot have 101. It has to be 100. And as a result, you've got hard cutoffs, so you have to make tough decisions. Sometimes you're not up to make those decisions, and that is where Allie and I step up. We enter the equation, and we have offered these services before. We're willing to do it again.
Give us two people,
right? You give us two scenarios. I've got, my wife or my fiance wants to bring her coworker from a previous job, and I want to bring a friend of mine from when I was a kid, but we've lost touch over the years. And we, without having any sort of emotional attachment into your situation at all, are able to tell you who deserves a spot in the wedding and who gets basically cut out of the bubble.
Yeah, because as you know, you can't trust your fiance, and you also can't trust your mom because she has an opinion about who you should invite, and she's probably given you a list of her own of who she feels that you have to invite. And we are completely neutral from all of that. We will look at it objectively.
Right. I know the way it works. You sit there, you put a bunch of names down in front of you on cards, you go through them, and you make decisions. Well, this person invited us to their wedding. There's all these reasons why you think you need to include someone and why you should. There's the pressure there, and Omar is a guy who's been to more weddings than any of us because you're a professional wedding DJ. You've seen the small ones, you've seen the big ones, but it doesn't even matter the size. At some point, people were cut out. People were the first to get uninvited. They were almost in, and then they got, didn't make the cut.
Some people even got to save the date. And then didn't get the invitation.
I got that one time. I got to save the date and then an unsave the date. That's a weird feeling to get.
Can we do a practice round with the guest list from Bezos and Sanchez's wedding?
Yeah.
Okay, give me two people.
All right,
on the guest
Oprah
list.
or Epstein.
If you'd like to call now, 800-5. You got to bring Epstein because he brings the flower girls. 800-520-1067. If you are making this decision now, we are offering up our services to you for this limited time only. You give us two people, two equations that you're dealing with, and we'll figure out who gets in and who gets out. All right, Omar, give us two from the Bezos, the wedding of the week, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez.
Okay, I'm going to toss two dudes out there, and I think they're pretty similar on the celebrity spectrum. I'm going to give you Orlando Bloom and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Well, it's funny because I was just reading in TMZ.
They both got the invite. I mean, they didn't make a decision between the two of them because they're going to invite everyone. But let's just say
I don't think they have a bubble.
No, but let's just say they have to cut costs.
Yeah, well, what if they did? Yeah.
And they go, we don't need DiCaprio and Balloon.
Or Venice said, we literally have no more room in our city.
Venice is sinking now into the canals. So you got to get rid of Fat Leo, right? Didn't he get real fat recently?
That guy is up and down, dude, just like Oprah.
And it doesn't matter because he always slays. But,
true.
I was just reading on TMZ that Orlando Bloom is, quote, newly single. I don't know how true that is.
Oh, he broke up with Katy Perry?
Well,
I thought Katy Perry was also going to be there, too. Yeah.
I don't know. This is TMZ. I don't know. It's a rumor that he's going to show up alone. And that he might be, partying.
This is an easy answer for me as to who gets in and who gets out. If this is the bubble, and this is why we are experts at this.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio because of his weird dancing.
No, not because Leonardo DiCaprio gets in, but it's because his date can eat from the kids' table.
Or not eat at all.
Right, or not eat at all.
True.
So you're going to save a little bit of money there. Katy Perry, is a real look at me type. She'll probably want to jump on the stage and do a few songs.
And I think that Orlando Bloom will be boring because he's probably been so silenced by his really loud, obnoxious wife over the years that he's just like, hey guys, what's going on? I feel like he's lost all will to live. I would imagine that he's been chipped away little by little every year.
818 is actually in the process of doing exactly this right now, and I've convinced my fiance that we should invite our landlord who owns the building we've been living in and has not raised the rent on us in 6 years. And I feel like the invite to the wedding would lock in our rent for as long as we want to stay there. We do not have a space for that, and she wants to bring her coworker from the job she got fired from, and we think the person that potentially got her fired.
Oh,
so
well,
hold
that's
on.
an easy
The
choice.
landlord?
Yeah.
You think so?
Of course. A coworker that may have helped get you fired? Get out of here with that.
All right, then go with then Allie and I agree on this one. The landlord is, I know it seems weird to be like, I'm the landlord, because that would be, I think people also get weird. Like if someone's going to go and be like, how do you know the couple? They're like, well, I'm their landlord. Then you start going, do they not have any friends?
Yeah, well, and it's like kind of inviting your boss, too, where it's just like, I'm your boss. And then you kind of feel like you can't really be yourself, knowing that your boss is there. And I also think that you should try to steer clear of just inviting people that you're friends with at the time. Because there are people that I was friends with at the time that I invited to my wedding, and now I'm not friends with them anymore. And I'm like, God, why did I invite them to my wedding?
Yeah, that's good.
They didn't really need to be there.
Yeah, but if you have a friend of the moment where you're like, we have
then
so
it's
much
awkward
fun
because you're
together.
telling them about all your
Right.
plans and everything.
Well, a lot of people saying both Orlando Bloom and Leo are out. Joshua Jackson is in.
Yeah!
So that's what Allie wants. We got to take a break. If you need our services, you can always DM us. We're going to post up, and we will, throughout the summer, be picking people that need to make those decisions on the bubble, who's in, who's out. No emotion involved. We give you the straight-up facts. Come back. We've got lots to get to as Summer Hours rolls on. Your A.D.D news and more after this on KROQ.
The Klein Alley Show with new Summer Hours. Live till 11.
The best summer of my entire life.
World famous KROQ.
Right now is the best time.
Koala and Mama. These are all people that Jake has introduced us to when he goes to the pawn shop near the neighborhood he used to live in. Doesn't live there anymore, so he has not been to the pawn shop in a while. We thought it'd be a great opportunity to get him back to the pawn shop to sell all his fat guy stuff he doesn't need anymore. So he went in there, Allie, with like picnic blankets and spoons he used to eat ice cream with. He went in there with a bunch of fat guy things. Had to try to unload them. I think his big fat pants he couldn't wear anymore.
Look, as somebody who has lost weight before, it is a nice freeing feeling to get rid of clothes that are no longer fit you, and you're like, God, this part of my life is over.
But pawn shop,
it's a victory.
Pawn shop not probably the place to go. And as you know, this is just
Goodwill would be where you go.
This woman, the people at the pawn shop, you don't want to rub them the wrong way because they have a temper. And this was like last time he went there, he walked into the middle of a negotiation that was going south real quick.
No, we don't buy hose without the compressor.
It's too much money. I don't want to buy it.
So, I mean, people are constantly they're yelling at each other about prices.
Get out of here with your compressor.
Fake and this is that. And so I'm very excited that Jake returned to the pawn shop. Ladies and gentlemen, we call this Jake Goes to the Pawn Shop.
You know what makes it feel even better?
Hold on a second. That's not right.
We call this...
hold on. I was uploading something else.
Oh, Allie, what a fail. We were ready to go.
I know. I was busy. I was doing something.
The guy is very weird.
Jake sells the stuff at the pawn shop. Jake says the value is tip top. Jake says, hey, what are you gonna buy? All they say is,
what's up with this guy?
Jake sells the stuff at the pawn shop.
All right, Jake's back at the pawn shop, and this time he's got his box of fat pants, and there's always that loud music playing when he walks in. Place your bets.
Hey there. How you doing?
Long time, huh?
And do you recognize me?
Yes, of course.
I lost a lot of weight.
So he's hoping that they wouldn't recognize him because he lost a lot of weight.
It's not the same person.
Right, but it's still the weird Jake.
I know who you are.
He probably had that dog on him and everything, so.
Yes, of course.
I lost a lot of weight.
What happened?
What happened? You dying?
What happened? No congratulations. Just
I got on the Ozempic.
You were not fat.
Oh, well, thank you.
What'd she say, Jay?
She says you are not fat.
Oh, okay, you were not fat to begin with. Well, you were at your all-time high weight, so thanks to Lasara, you started losing that weight real quick. Yep. So,
okay.
Now this guy,
he's mentally preparing himself.
This guy is always so disappointed when Jake shows up because he knows he has nothing of value ever. Only to this point.
562 asked, has Jake ever successfully sold anything at the pawn shop? He did sell one, but it was not his item; it was your item.
Right, it was a collector. It was a collector Pez dispenser that he was able to sell, and I think he only got $5 for it.
I got on the Ozempic.
You were not fat.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay. This guy sounds so mad already.
So I brought a bunch of my old fat stuff I don't need anymore.
What? What happened to you? Where did you go?
Oh, I moved. I moved to a different part of the city.
That's why you haven't stopped by
that
often. Okay.
Yeah. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
That is the best response I have ever heard to that question. It was like a mix of laughter, shame. It was like every emotion all in one.
In her head, it's just going, don't say no, don't say this.
Yeah.
She literally didn't miss him at all. But
Did you miss me?
Yeah. Always.
I think she threw up a little bit in her mouth, too.
So what a beautiful reunion between Jake and the people at the pawn shop.
Always. Okay. All right. Well, I got some of my old fat stuff I don't need anymore.
No, we're not getting close. No.
No clothes.
No clothes.
She already shuts Jake down. He's just starting to unload all of his treasures. You know, he brought a lot of stuff with him. The reason we originally sent Jake to the pawn shop is because he's got all these dumb things in his nerd hole, like rocks and...
Well, he's got some good concert posters from many years ago
Right,
that are all
comic
good
books.
quality. And when he needs money, because he doesn't make a lot,
Right.
he will sell things that he's collected over the years, like comic books and things
But he
like
also
that.
tries to convince us that all the stuff in there is valuable, and we say there is no value to your little stuffed octopus in there has no value
Well, I think
in
he
the real world.
determined that the one most valuable comic he has is not even worth that much.
No. It's really sad. So anyway, that's why we first sent him to the pawn shop. Now he's back. He's trying to sell all the fat guy stuff he no longer can fit into, and she shuts him down right out of the gate when he pulls out his giant pants.
No clothes.
No clothes. No.
My fat pants.
Nope.
These are really good, high quality jeans that I ripped because I was so fat. Not interested in these? Extra, extra, extra large. No?
We don't take clothes.
Okay.
Give me something good.
What about this?
Give me something good. No, he's the wrong guy for that.
These are high quality pants that I ripped because I was so fat. What a great sell.
No wonder she missed you as much as she did. Here's the next item Jake tries to sell at the pawn shop.
Mickey Mouse picnic blanket that I don't need anymore because I don't do picnics anymore.
No picnics?
He's so sad for you. No picnics?
Why couldn't you do a picnic? They are so fun.
That guy loves picnics.
He's just always on a picnic.
He's very sad. He's very disappointed. Jake is no longer picnicking because that was the additional meal. That was one of his 9 meals of the day.
No picnics?
No, because I'm like, I don't eat that much anymore. I'm on a diet.
Only near White House.
Sorry?
Only near White House.
Okay. All right.
There's some internal joke there that they think is
Did they
great.
just make a joke about the government?
I think they said only picnics near the White House.
Okay.
But they think it's very funny, and Jake's got no time for laughs. He's right to the next item.
But you don't want this Mickey Mouse picnic blanket? Okay. What about this trophy I got for eating 6 spicy fritters?
So Jake has won. We found out Jake won a food competition where he ate the most spicy fritters.
No, not the most. He just ate. He did a spicy fritter challenge.
Right, but he actually didn't get an award for that. So I think he tried to pass off our ham dogger trophy as the spicy fritter award. And you can't pull. The problem with the pawn shop people is they're so used to being lied to. People are always trying to sell them fake diamonds and fake watches that you can't pull anything over on. I mean, listen to this. He tries to say, I won this award for eating the most spicy fritters, which is a true story. Jake did, but then he tries to give the ham. Listen, this woman, you can't get anything past mama.
For eating 6 spicy fritters.
What the hell is that? Is it a hot dog?
So right away, she's already concerned. Why did he present her with a hot dog trophy?
And why wouldn't Jake just lie and say he won a hot dog competition?
Right. The whole story's backwards. And these guys, pawn shop people, are great at sniffing out liars, dude.
Is it a hot dog?
Yeah.
That's a funny thing. I'm dogger. Okay.
Well, anyway, so she
doesn't even like your ham dogger idea.
Right.
Yeah? No? All right. What about, this is a solid gold In-N-Out coin.
Now, this is actually something that could be of value.
Wow.
And, the pawn shops love gold. Nothing makes pawn shops happier than real gold, especially now. So
and Lindsay Snyder, she gave us some precious In-N-Out coins that are good for one meal at In-N-Out, but why would you use it for that? Because those coins don't seem like they come by very often.
No, they are like rose gold in color, very nice. Jake says, I got one solid gold coin, good for In-N-Out, but it's gold. I know you guys like gold, and this is where things start going real south.
Good for...
There is not such a thing as a In-N-Out solid gold coin.
Right away, she said, it doesn't exist. What you're saying is not real.
310 said, maybe Jake was hoping they would pay by the pound.
They were probably hoping for it. Not the case at the pawn shop.
Said it's solid gold. Said it's worth its weight in gold. You can get anything you want on the menu with that.
It's not even heavy enough for gold.
It feels heavy to me.
He's so weak.
So she's already determined this In-N-Out coin is not gold.
Seems like it looks gold.
Good for one burger. You're kidding me, right?
Good for one burger.
She always loses. Like, eventually, she just decides she's over Jake.
Yeah, I know. And she's excited to see him at first, but she loses her patience quickly.
Because the time is money for the pawn people, and you have nothing of value.
This looks gold.
Good for one burger. You're kidding me, right?
It's worth its weight in gold.
How much you pay?
I didn't. I was
It's
given
not
this.
gold. Who told you it's gold?
Wow.
She starts to get real mad at Jake.
The In-N-Out people.
Okay, it's not gold.
How do you know?
I know that. It's not. Look at my gold coins there, and you will understand what this gold coin is. Right there. That is a gold coin.
It looks the same.
You kidding me, right?
Oh, boy.
man.
This was even better.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you right now because you're not familiar with coins, okay? But it is not a coin. It's not a gold coin. It's an In-N-Out coin, good enough for one burger. It says there.
Okay, so what do you think this is worth?
Nothing.
So she's determined now. His big finish, the gold coin, is worth nothing.
$6 maybe? In-N-Out burger?
Okay.
Yeah. Combo meal.
What about
Combo meal. She says combo meal.
So Jake's not having a lot of luck at the pawn shop. He's so desperately trying to unload his fat guy stuff. He's finally down to
Man, don't argue with the pawn shop lady about her gold. She knows gold.
He failed at the gold thing, so now he's trying some silver, and these are the spoons he used to eat ice cream with, and this does not go over well either.
this silver-plated spoon that I ate my last pint of ice cream with?
You're such a funny guy.
News time on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. If you need us, phones 800-520-1067. Never know what's going to happen, so just have to listen to the complete show and also those bonus summer hours all summer long or until you tell us you're sick of us. Let's get to your news right now.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
You might recall yesterday morning there was a bad crash on the 405. We talked about it. At the time, there was one person dead and an officer who was badly injured, and it was still being cleaned up well into the afternoon. The freeway was still closed on my way home, and the police officer...
How eerie is that, by the way? When you look at a street like the...
Oh my God, you see it empty?
It's like it looks like the Walking Dead or like World War Z.
I know. It's kind of... Especially because it's the 405, because it's just always crowded there, and you're like, whoa. And you kind of feel this need. You're like, I want to go on it.
You also think to yourself...
I want to go on the freeway when no one's there.
When I see a freeway... especially the monster one like that with no cars, I think to myself, this was a prayer at one point I made while sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic.
I know.
Having to make a dump.
And you're seeing it.
And I wonder if this was my prayer answered years later, where I was like, please, every car just
God's
disappear.
like, I'll do it now, just to piss him off.
Now that I've already crapped my pants and it's been a decade, they decide, let's get rid of all the cars.
So this police officer had pulled up. He had gotten out of the car to help. He saw a collision happen. Then another driver who didn't see the crash at all, slammed into him and his car. So he was rushed to the hospital. He died later in the day, unfortunately. Guy was apparently a stand-up guy, worked for LAPD for over 26 years. He was working in the health evaluations unit. So they said he was always helping kind of the most vulnerable people. That's what he was doing when he died. Then, to give you even more bad news, there are 2 more deadly crashes this morning.
Oh, man.
I know. Another one that happened on the...
Bummer. Let me throw out a couple of bummers, guys.
This is a bummer roundup.
That's the words of comfort that Klein throws around.
Double
Bummer.
Double bummer. Bummer.
All right. So I'll say the story, and then you can say bummer after each one.
All right. Get ready.
Okay. So this one happened at around 1:30 a.m. on the 10 East. There was a crash, and then fire trucks responded, and then someone drove straight into the back of the fire truck and died.
Bummer.
And then another motorcycle crash as well. You can just say bummer. I don't have a lot of details on that one.
That's also bummer.
And we drive here so early and you feel like you're half awake and you can go into autopilot pretty easily when you're driving, especially when it's still dark out. And I could totally see somebody just not noticing that there's a major thing happening in front of them because you're like awake, but you're not. You're staring ahead, but you're not seeing anything.
How many close calls would you say you get involved in on a daily basis? Do you think every time you drive there was a, quote, close call?
Not every time, but I would say at least 2 to 3 days a week there's something in the road, and I'm like, whoa, that's a tire.
Yeah, I agree.
Or this person's still drunk.
There was one morning last week, I was driving here, and I was cutting through Hollywood, and
you were drunk?
I was hammered.
I had to take a crap.
I had a weird moment where I pulled up to an intersection, didn't slow down at all, drove through the intersection, wondered why I was getting honked at, and then realized I just completely drove through a red light.
I've done that, yeah.
Like, not like it just turned red and I tried to run it. Like
you just did not see
like
it.
full-on color blindness.
You're looking at the light beyond that light.
Yeah, I think to be honest, Jake, I think I was doing that because, when I hit that stretch coming down Highland, I sometimes am going, like, if I see all greens ahead, I just go, man, I could hit these all right now.
I know. Those little signs that are like, if you're sleepy, pull over and sleep. And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, maybe they have a point.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if anyone's ever done that, but we should do that. Instead of putting that, if you're sleepy, pull over, they should just start posting, like, Allie's, hopes and dreams up on that sign. People will pull over and sleep.
Shut up. Lord. My commercial reel.
Yeah, put Allie's commercial reel up there. People will be pulling over and sleeping all over.
All right, regardless of everything I just said, AAA predicts still that a record number of people are going to be traveling on the road this year. No, I won't say it.
Pack that patience, Omar.
By the way, all of this happened before 4th of July, which is supposed to be the deadliest day of the year. So according to a new study, you will not see Gen Z on the roads because they would rather stay home than travel. And the main reason is because they don't want to leave their pets. And let me just say, when you are 40-something years old and realizing that you haven't gone anywhere because you wanted to pet your dog, I think you will regret it. And even when they are traveling, the majority of them are planning their trips around their pets. So, okay, I'm going to go camping so I can bring my dog. I'm going to drive somewhere close and do an Airbnb so I can bring my dog. And also, just want to point out, helicopter parenting is not just for children. It's happening with pets, too. And I understand that we all love our fur babies and crap like that, but they're also animals. And if they are needy and attention-seeking, it's because you trained them to be that way.
Yeah, but Allie, I remember a time when if I left town and didn't want to bring my dog, I would throw someone a pizza and $20 and my dog would be watched. And now, if you try to actually get someone to watch your dog, they hit you up with some crazy-ass prices. I had Vanessa watch my dog for a couple of days. She hit me up with $100 a day.
No way.
What? Vanessa.
We didn't even talk prices.
Did I not give you $100 a day?
Yeah, but I feel like I didn't tell you, I need I would have done it for free.
What?
No way. Really? Klein, you got suckered.
Yeah, I said.
Vanessa, do not do it for free.
Vanessa,
it's not worth it.
I said, what do you think? I was waiting for you to throw a number out. I go, you tell me what, and you go, well, the gays. You remember she brought up the gays again.
I just told you what they paid me.
Yeah, so
she called them the gays?
Yeah, she goes, the gays I pested for give me $100 a day.
They do?
So I go, I got to make the straights look good.
Wow.
I can't go cheaper than the gays.
Vanessa,
for sure.
Very good tactic.
Yeah, I know. I know. But they're dual income, no kids. $100, nothing for them.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I was a dog sitter for some gay guys, and they had 4 dogs, and I think I got paid $150 a day, and they had a super nice house.
Sometimes
too.
It costs more for you to have your dog sat than you're even spending to go away.
Yeah, but inflation for pet sitting is real because I remember when I was doing it 10 years ago, it was not that expensive. Now it's way, way more. Okay, as we wrap up Pride Month.
Vanessa also said the gays leave me snacks in the fridge, and the gays
tip me as well.
Caviar.
As we wrap up Pride Month this week, it's important to highlight the effort that anyone has made to show support. Not Vanessa, though. A lot of companies were rolling back their Pride merch, and for example, there was nothing at Target this year, but baseball teams were still doing their Pride nights and giving out limited edition merch, which is great. My one note would be don't use a gay slur while you are promoting that merch on the air.
Pride night. Fans take home a Cardinals cap featuring the Disability Pride flag and Cardinals in Braille. Details at cardinals.com/theme. Leave that
one. So, he's what are they giving away? The disability.
I don't know. I was confused by what they were giving away. It was like they wrapped everything up in a hat. It was like disability pride flag hat.
Let me hear
Pride night. Fans take home a Cardinals cap featuring the Disability Pride flag.
All right. Only for the first 100 people, though.
What's that logo look like?
I know.
Very rainbowy.
I would love that hat.
All right, well, there you have it.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Before you continue to complain, Allie's allowed to say that word because she's one of them. She's a lady version, so she can say it all she wants. Good morning. It's KROQ with Klein Alley Show. It is Tuesday.
And I'm a flaming flag.
She is a real flag through and through. Vanessa knows. Okay, Alexis. We got this hour another 4-pack of tickets for you to go to Universal Studios Hollywood. So be ready. When we tell you, all you got to do is be the right caller. In this case, we'll go with caller 20. When we tell you, not right now, but at some point between now and when we get out of here, we have another hour together. We call these summer hours. A little bonus time we get to spend together with you every single morning. And I just remembered that tomorrow, Allie, Kevin Ryder is going to be in the studio to prove that he belongs here and we do not. And
does he have to prove that?
I think he proved it for 30 years. But we've got all of the questions that we've been working on for his time on the lie detector test. It was supposed to be for a Lie Day Friday, but the lie guy's out of town, so he's coming in tomorrow. And Kevin Ryder, the great Kevin Ryder, that's right, he's back on KROQ now, has agreed to sit down, answer all questions that you may have, that we may have, about anything that has happened here at KROQ, on air, off air.
There's so many rumors, too, that even I've heard about and don't know really where the rumors started and how much truth there is to them.
So we will get into all of that tomorrow on the show. It's a good day to some appointment listening. Get ready to check us out or watch the YouTube for the very first time. Kevin Ryder, the last time he was on with us was really the first day he returned to KROQ, and he walked right in and surprised everyone. And then we got to play that song over and over again to remind everyone
my God,
he was
that
back.
song, yeah.
So I'm sure we'll play it again tomorrow.
Kevin's back.
Song this hour, we got lots to get into. Let's kick it off with some Puddle of Mud, because why the hell not? And if you need us, phones are open now at 800-520-1067. You could call, you could text. You could also be one of the followers as we try to hit our goal of 50K by Independence Day. Following over there at Klein Alley Show on Instagram. Only about 2,000 to go. So step it up and follow. Thank you. It's KROQ. Show. How would you like to give the gift of living forever? Sure, we'll do Universal tickets coming up soon, but right now let's give you the gift of eternal life. As you know, whenever an old person gets to a certain age, usually it's like 100, 105, sometimes 111, the news knocks on their door, demands answers. What is your secret? Give it to the people so we can live as long as you. And then the old people, I'm convinced, take some sort of a weird old person oath where they dip their pinkies in applesauce or whatever, and they basically say, hey, if we ever get asked what our secret is, make it up. Let's go ahead and sabotage the rest of the world so that they can't live as old as we do and they can't steal our thunder.
You know, I actually was reading yesterday about how they figured out the science behind old person smell.
What is it? It's got to be dead skin or decaying or something.
It's not necessarily that they figured out the source of it. They figured out that if you eat mushrooms 4 times a week, you may eliminate old person smell.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You can smell her already.
Yeah.
It's like you walk into a retirement home or anything like that where there's a lot of old people, it is a pungent, musty, soury mothball smell.
Powerful.
And every old person gets it, but that's what they've discovered scientifically is if you do that, that might be the one way to combat
some
it.
old people that grow mushrooms right on them. I mean, you just got to let them sit there, start eating them, and solve the problem.
Some of those moles get big enough.
So we don't do this. We do this as a service for you because the idea is, shouldn't we all live forever? So let's get into it. It's time for a brand new, never-before-heard round of Old People Secrets. Here we go.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid. They call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with sweet dibbits.
Sweet dibbits.
Time for some old people secrets.
So the reality is that even in that theme song there, if you're new to the show, you've never heard us do this before during summer hours. That was 5 different old people. They all give a different secret. One guy's eating chicken brains. Another woman yelled out sweet dibbits. And someone else
carrying water up the mountain.
Yeah, you got to carry water up a hill, and we've heard it all. So we got a brand new old person. I think they're 105, so they're qualified. Welcome to Old People Secrets.
As people get older, they'll tell you age is nothing but a number. But one woman in Inver Grove Heights named Florence says she's going to take it all in as she turns 105 years old.
Oh, no.
Why are they playing a funeral song? Did she not make it through the intro of the actual segment? She was here a moment ago, and now...
Let's roll. Oh, no. Oh. Well, she was a good old bag.
Man, that is the second saddest song we heard on the show today, except for this one.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon. I like women.
Don't forget Jake's rap, too.
That's right. Those were all pretty bad. Will Smith and the Old People song. So this woman's 105, and here we go.
She is the oldest resident we have.
Oh, my God.
It's always dangerous when the person that they're using as the spokesperson sounds incredibly old.
This woman, I think, runs the old person home, and she sounds ancient.
Right. So she's like...
She's the oldest resident we have.
And that's like the best speaker they could get for the news. So here we go.
Thank you. You cut it, I'll hold your hand. Well, I was married in 1942 and
This woman was buried in 1942.
And she's still
still here telling the story. It's a beautiful...
Married.
Oh, married. Oh, she was married. Oh.
Well, I was married in 1942 and I had my 5 children in 10 years. My husband taught me how to drive the tractor, so I...
Told you what he told you not to do is use a condom.
Yep, my husband taught me well.
5 kids in 10 years. So she spent a decade of her life pregnant or in labor.
Oh,
that's
so
crazy.
uncomfortable.
My husband taught me how to drive the tractor, so I plowed and
you did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of plowing going on there. A decade of plowing in that house.
To drive the tractor, so I plowed and I did a lot of field work.
But I'm tired tonight. We're doing more plowing.
This is like the equivalent of emoji speak. Like this, she's speaking in code right now.
Right.
This is all sex talk.
It's got to be, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
she did a lot of field work.
And I did a lot of field work. She woke up.
I don't want to do field work. It's our anniversary, honey. You're doing field work tonight.
Open the field.
Time to mulch, you know?
So many. Oh, that's a beautiful cake.
Why are they trying to drown her out with that music?
I don't know. Who this violin guy they brought
There's
in
one
is?
old guy at the old folks' home who's got to play.
Well, everyone knows, like, when you're young people, you always have one friend who plays guitar, like Johnny.
Totally,
likes
but back then it was violin.
Yeah, so like at the old folks home, there's that one guy that's like, all right, get it. You're not any better. Put away the violin,
He's going to
dude.
play it loud or else they won't hear it.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like we'll be having a show meeting every day, and Johnny just pulls out his guitar and starts strumming songs. All of a sudden, we're just in the middle of talking. He's doing, Two Princes or something.
I know.
And
He
the same
assumes
thing-
we're music fans, so we care.
Right, and we're like, shut that thing down. Same thing. You think you finally get to a certain age, you don't have to deal with that. Eventually, the guy just graduates
Anyway,
into violin.
so my husband was saying to me the other... I said, my husband!
Whatever God's going to take her, I don't know, but we're glad we have her here each day.
Guy caught himself.
You know, that's her son who's very...
Waiting.
Just have to live a good life.
Oh, here we get into the secret now. Okay, so she's about to get to her secret.
Oh, okay.
So part one of the secret is live a good life. I'll give that away. That's a freebie because she started saying
Just
that.
have to live a good life.
But what is her secret?
That's such a cop-out.
What is her? She's going to give a real deal secret now. Old people's secret, want to live forever. What is she going to say? We start with Omar Khan.
Yeah.
She's old. She loves plowing. She's got a lot of kids. Very fertile.
She's very fertile. She did a lot of plowing, and she's going to be just like Diddy, and she's going to stock the Astroglide.
Oh, the baby oil.
Astroglide, yeah. A lot of Astroglide, yep.
We call that tractor oil. That's what she calls it. Well, she's got a lot of plowing. Allie, what is it?
I'm going to say you got to keep your hands dirty.
Keep the hands dirty.
Yeah.
Jake, she's an old person. She's 105. She's going to give us the secret so we can all live forever, or she's attempting to sabotage us and kill us off young. What is her secret?
You gotta work hard.
Jeez.
All right.
Your voices are getting real strange.
Vanessa.
Oh, we got to ask Vanessa.
The last guess, Vanessa.
I'm gonna guess you got a plan so I can use my tractor.
All right. Let's find out what she says. Is anyone right?
Just have to live a good life, I guess. Keep busy all the time and don't worry.
Keep busy all the time and don't worry.
I
Just
think
keep
she's...
busy
Yeah, whatever.
and don't worry.
Ooh, she looks good. Happy birthday,
No, she
Florence.
doesn't.
No, that's a lie right there.
Sounds better.
Let's get that woman on the lie detector test.
I
All
think
right.
she was going to say something, hoping she'd be drowned out by the violin,
she's
and then she
waiting.
wasn't.
Yeah, come on, violin. I'm tired now. We got to take a break. When we get back, the show continues, and the very first thing we do is get you into Universal Studios for tickets in your future.
KROQ has your chance to get ready for a summer to remember at the all-new Universal Mega Movie Summer, happening June 13th to August 10th at Universal Studios Hollywood. Meet your favorite characters, experience soak-worthy thrills, purchase movie-themed foods, and join the ultimate party in the park for the best summer day in LA. Listen for your chance to get cast in the role of a winner of a 4-pack of tickets at 9, noon, 3, and 6. Lights, KROQ, action! More info at KROQ.com. Rated KROQ.
For years, we've said that Postmaster Johnny is the Riz Master. He's got charisma. He's good with the ladies. He gets hit on quite a bit. And even people that work here in the building will violate any sort of HR code just to hit on Johnny for a chance to potentially get in the pants of that Postmaster Johnny.
And all the horny sales ladies love to dress him up
They love
for the
it.
holidays. Did you see that Elf on a Shelf video that they did?
No.
Oh, man. It is a doozy. It's Johnny in a little elf costume.
It does seem like every time we need to do anything, one of the horny salespeople is like, let's get Johnny in a Speedo.
Come on, put on these...
They always have an idea of getting...
always him in
Put these
tight clothes.
pasties on.
Yeah, it's really wild. They're like, here's an idea. We're like, what does that have to do with selling solar panels? They're like, don't worry about it. Get him in a Speedo. We're like, what? Okay.
But maybe they'll be asking me now.
Allie claims that she's stolen the title of Rizmaster and that, once again, the last 2 times you have claimed that you have been hit on. Both times we've found many holes in your story. The first time you claimed at Trader Joe's they were hitting on you.
They were hitting on me. And then there was another sandwich place where it was happening, too, with this woman, and she kept looking at me.
And Trader
These
Joe's...
are all places where you're getting served. It's customer service,
Customer service.
Oh, come on. Customer service is dead, and you know it.
Yeah, and let me say something about Trader Joe's was so offended that you went on the radio and claimed that you were getting hit on by them, that they felt the need to put up a giant billboard.
They did not put that up for me.
It literally said...
service so good, you'll think we're flirting with you.
You'll think we're flirting with you. But they wanted to make
but you're not.
very clear that they were not flirting with you.
All right, well...
And then there was a time you claimed you were driving down the street and a Los Angeles Laker was hitting on you because a guy in a purple car gestured at you as he drove by.
With really expensive chains on.
Right. Got it. So that
and he was doing that nod thing where he was like trying to come up next to me on the right, then on the left, and he was like trying to make sure he couldn't lose me because he didn't want me to get away. I was the one.
And then there was the time Allie claimed that when she went to Colorado and went to a Walmart there, she felt that she was an 8 because compared to the other people
I said 10, you guys downgraded it.
Right. She claimed that she was a Colorado Walmart 8 or 10 because compared to the people that would shop
because
at a Walmart
we don't know.
on Christmas Day, Allie was better than a lot of the others.
But this time,
oh, here we go.
I was at a place where I believe hot people thrive. A coastal town called Monterey, one of the first developed cities in the state of California. Obviously a historic place, a place tourists like to go. People like to have less clothing on there because it's a beach town. And I was hot and getting hit on all night at several bars, not just one.
You were at this is on the coast, Monterey. Isn't there all the sea life there? Are you comparing yourself to sea lions?
No.
Okay, because if you are, I would agree you're a 6 compared to sea lions.
No, I'm not.
Wow, you're being generous.
Guys, God damn it. It was not at the animals. I was not at the aquarium. I was at a bar on New Year's Eve.
Allie goes, I'm an aquarium 6 compared to some of the fish
compared to
there.
that dying eel. I was in a new outfit that I had put together by myself.
Right. You're an adult, so there's nothing to brag about.
I was wearing some really hot shoes.
Jesus Christ,
and
you're
I was
my
wearing
child,
a
6-year-old
black blazer, which kind of backfired because a lot of people thought I worked there, but still, I looked really hot.
Is our table ready yet? Excuse me, this is not a working black blazer. This is a fun black blazer.
Somebody did hand me their ID.
Oh, really?
At one point.
Jesus
they
Christ.
thought I was the bouncer. But I did.
That's the most offensive. That is the most offensive thing to think you are, Allie, because you probably had some blazer on with big shoulder pads, big broad shoulders.
I naturally have shoulder pads.
Right thought you were
my flag football team.
Here, just keep it.
They probably thought Allie was a member of Hell's Angels. Hey, what any problems?
Don't make me take this off.
Hey. They probably called you Tiny, like one of those big people that has a little name.
No, there was a guy. First of all, a guy was like, "Wow, you look good. You must have just come from a work convention." And I was like, "Well, thank you so much. That's really nice of you to say. I'm actually just out in this outfit for the night." And he was like,
Hold
"Wow,
on. A guy used the pickup line, "You look good. You must have just come from a work convention."
Yeah, because I looked so hot. Like I was like work hot.
What are you talking about?
Because I had the blazer on.
Work hot is not hot.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
not.
not.
It's like power lesbian status, you know, when it's like, ooh, she's probably like a lawyer. He did ask me if I'm a lawyer, and I said no. But he was trying to make conversation with me, okay? It was just a line he was using. And then
how wasted was this guy?
He was really wasted, and then later on, I got hit on by more guys that had even worse lines. One guy walked up to me and he said, "Other than sports, what's your favorite song?"
Oh, man.
That was his pickup line
Wait,
to
Allie,
me.
this was New Year's Eve? This was New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is when
because
people...
as it got closer to midnight, more and more guys were stopping by the table just to check in. Hey, do you want to make out? Hey, are you from here? But everyone was like, you must not be from here because you just look so out of place because you're so beautiful. That's what I was getting.
It was getting closer to midnight, so guys were going like, nothing else is working out. Let's just try to hit on that bouncer with the blazer.
Some guys said you want to make out.
Yeah, a guy did say, do you want a New Year's Eve kiss? Right after.
At this point, is your wife already making out with somebody else?
No, she was right next to me.
Definitely.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, you're clearly not together because your wife is so much above your grade, right?
She was wearing a different blazer, guys.
Oh, no.
Keep up.
Look like like a lesbian magician team this way to start performing.
Wow, yeah.
We had said we were married, and then he said, okay, so do you guys still want to make out at New Year's? And I was like, no. But it was like sad to see them drunk and happy, but still rejected.
Wow.
And then going like, okay, I guess I'll find somebody else then, you know. And then at the end of the night, I started getting hit on by a 65-year-old woman who said if she would ever go gay, she would go gay with me in a heartbeat. So the thing is, I am hot now.
No, you're not.
Guys.
Your sample is a terrible sample.
A 65-year-old lady who said that... she wouldn't make out with you if she was lesbian. Possibly
she gave you
I would make out with you.
hypothetical with about 6 different twists and turns in it. That's not even something to be proud of. Like, I understand that you're...
Her husband, her second husband, who she's married to now, who has a pretty bad case of COPD, said that if she ever died and she wanted to go gay, she would go gay with me.
How sad is this setup to Allie's brag? She's trying to brag. This is her bragging right now.
Can we go back to the aquarium? That seemed hotter.
Yeah, you comparing yourself to manatees was at least a more believable story. This is just preposterous.
I'm telling you, you had to be there. I was getting hit on all night long by multiple people, both men and women.
Wait, were you drunk too?
Yeah, of course I was drunk.
Okay, so is it possible that
I just had a very large fish dinner, so it took me a while to catch up.
God.
But I
Fish
was
dinner?
Yeah.
You know what that means. One of her own.
Manatee for me.
Imagine the guys that got rejected. It's getting close to midnight. They've already gone through all the better options. They end up with Allie in the blazer, smelling like fish. And they say, hey, maybe you want a midnight kiss? And Allie goes, no. That guy's got to just go right in the parking lot. That's got to be it, right? That's got to be game over at that point.
No, I was the person that they were gravitating towards because they were all
gravitational
locals
pull?
that didn't want other locals. They wanted the exotic woman. I'm exotic. Stop laughing.
I'm going to read some of these texts so that maybe you can go ahead and get some context here. Allie's hallucinations about people hitting on her are probably just compensating for the fact that her wife is cheating on her.
No, she's not cheating.
Allie is a drunk goggles 4. That is the new lowest one. Okay. She's a Long John Silver 6.
Now that's a fish dinner.
Did Allie get her blazer at the Men's Warehouse? Because they have a guarantee she can get her money back. That's an interesting question as well.
No. I'm keeping the vest. I'm keeping the blazer.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Epidemic, clearly, people wearing shirts with bands on the shirts. You think, oh, cool, they're into the same music I'm into. Maybe we'll get along. And you go up, you make some comment. Like, hey, you going to go to their show tomorrow? They go, whose show? The band on your shirt. They're in town. Oh, they are? I didn't even know they were a band. I just like the pictures. Wait, what?
Smiley face.
That is why we have created this fun game here on KROQ called Do You Know the Band on Your Shirt?
Do you know the band on your shirt? Do you know the band on your shirt? Do you know the band on your shirt? Do you know the band on your shirt?
It says like Sublime or like Sublime or something like that.
You can see posted up on our Instagram right now the shirt in question. Jake approached somebody that was wearing a Blink-182 shirt, and this is the person. Then we'll get to the game in a moment.
What's your name?
Andrew.
Big Blink-182 fan?
Yeah, definitely.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Now, even in the way he said, yeah, definitely, it seemed like he was confused as to why Jake was approaching him. And Jake does that, has that effect on lots of people, but he didn't seem like he was really a fan in the way he said that, right?
I mean, usually people would expand, like, hey, yeah, definitely, I've loved them since I was a kid. Here's what they mean to me. Here's a show I saw.
The real fans, they'll say something like they always know off the top of their head, well, I've seen them 89 times. You're like, oh, wow, all right.
Yeah, definitely.
Where'd you get that shirt?
I got it from like, it was like a little corner store. I found them through a farmer's market out there in Hemet.
Oh, a farmer's market
Found
shirt.
the shirt at a farmer's market, which does not give me as much confidence if he, when they say, oh, I got it at one of the shows. I forget which show. I've been to so many shows, I forget which one I bought the shirt at. But
so, like, local business.
We do a thing called Do You Know the Band on Your Shirt on the show.
So, like, local business.
Right. This guy's doing a good job of setting it up. So, anyway.
On the show. So, I'm going to ask you some questions about Blink-182 and see if we can get them right, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that's the contestant.
He doesn't seem threatened.
He hasn't walked away yet, and he didn't kind of start defending himself already, which a lot of times they do. So let's say hi to Roman, who will be playing the game. Roman, you're going to get 3 questions. You have to predict, will this guy know 2 out of 3 times to win these tickets for you to go to Universal Studios, all right?
All right, let's make this happen.
4 tickets up for grabs. Jake the Nerd is in the streets talking to a guy wearing a Blink-182 shirt. Let's find out if he is a real fan or not. Here is question number 1.
How do you think you're going to do?
I don't know. So. I'm not like the deepest fan of Blink-182.
So he says...
my God.
He admits he's not the deepest fan of Blink-182, and he thinks he's going to do so. But these questions, I would argue, are the easiest level of easy. We never go deep. So here's question number 1.
Name one Blink-182 album.
All right. First question. Name one Blink-182 album. Will this guy be able to do that? He is wearing a Blink shirt. Yes or no?
Ooh, to name an album, that is a little deep, and he said he's not deep, so I'm going to have to go, he's not going to name an album.
Okay, you believe he will not be able to get this one right. Once again, you need to get 2 out of 3 predictions correct to win these tickets. Let's find out.
One Blink-182 album.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm terrible at this. I don't know.
I don't know. He didn't know. Didn't even take a shot at it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Off to a great start.
I'm terrible at this.
Couldn't name an album. I'm terrible at it. And people would argue, because Blink has got some fun. I mean, they're a band that actually puts effort into making their albums have funny names. So you would think maybe he would have had something memorable. But okay, we move on to second question. Doesn't matter. Roman got his right. Here we go. Question 2.
Name one Blink 182 song.
Okay, that is very easy.
Man, if he can't do that, Jake should really just rip the shirt right off of him. Not let him even leave the bar with the shirt, right? But can he name one Blink 182 song? He could not name a Blink 182 album.
To name a song that has so many famous songs, I'm going to say yes. He can name at least one song.
All right. If you are right, the game comes to an end. You've won tickets to Universal, and we'll probably play on anyway. But let's see if you're right. Here we go.
Name one Blink 182 song.
Adam song.
Hey,
oh, my God.
Look at that.
Wow.
Wouldn't have expected that. Congratulations. You went 2 for 2. Let's see if you could have clean swept this thing and gone 3 for 3. Here we go.
Finish this lyric. All the...
You think you can finish that lyric? All the...
No. I think it's Small Things, all right?
Yeah, Small Things is what we would be looking for. Let's find out. I mean, how could he not get this?
All the...
Oh, my gosh. You know what? I'm drunk. I'm drunk. That's probably what it is.
That's probably
what it is.
He does not even sound drunk.
No, he doesn't at all. All the... I've been drinking.
I'm drunk, I think.
Can you name anyone in the band?
You think he can name any... Let's end it with this one. You've already won the tickets. Congratulations. But can he name anyone in the band? And I will accept current members. I will accept Matt Skiba. You can go with, obviously Travis Barker.
OG.
There's so many.
Tom DeLonge.
But even anyone they even brought into play, I would accept Eddie. He's got to give us someone, right?
Not this time.
You say no.
It'll be a negative.
Man, you know this man.
Let's find out.
Can you name anyone in the band?
Yeah, freaking... I'm blinking so hard. I feel like I feel the pressure. I'm blinking so hard.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Breathe.
I'm so lost.
Oh,
I'm so lost.
Wow. Well, there you have it. You played it beautifully, Roman. As a result, that man doesn't know Blink, but you will know Universal Studios. You've just won 4 tickets on KROQ. Congratulations. Here we go. summer treating you, even though it feels like it's been summer for a bit? Technically, it started last Friday, so here we are not even 1 week in, and I wanted to get an update on how any of us are doing on the summer bucket list. You know, summer can either come and go, 2 months can fly by, and you go, what did I really do with my time? Or you can go ahead and try to hold yourself accountable by accomplishing certain things, preferably fun, relaxing things, but occasionally also along the way you go, hey, maybe I developed a skill summer 2025 that I will bring with me for the rest of my life. And that is why we allowed Omar to present us with a summer bucket list, something he does with his own kids every year. Mm-hmm. And his kids' one's probably boring because it involves like learning and stuff. This one is a combination of things like drunk by noon and skinny dipping and sex in public, but then also some other ones like road tripping and reading books. And I don't think any of us...
I think I'm looking at this and I feel like I've accomplished some things.
What have you accomplished?
Okay, I'm going on a road trip. I'm starting on Friday, so I can check that one off.
Do you know what the word accomplish means?
No.
It means
clearly. Look at me.
Already. That's a good point. Allie does not know what the word accomplish means.
No, but that's going to happen, so I just could check that off now.
All of this is going to happen, in my opinion.
I'm 50 pages into my little book.
What book did you get?
Some murder mystery. It's 450 pages. And
450? Why did you do it? It only had to be 250.
I know, but I looked for the biggest page turner thing where it's like there are plot twists left and right, and it hooks you in right at the beginning. I mean, the beginning of the book was like the smell of death was everywhere.
Is
I'm
this
like,
true murder?
Great, I'm in. No, this is fictional. I started reading that. It's called 20 Years Later.
I have a question for Omar about the book thing. You say it has
Do
to
we
be...
have to...
Well,
Yes, you have to.
It's 250 pages.
At
But
least,
if I read
minimum.
if it's a series of smaller books that add up to 250 pages,
It's got to be the same book, man.
because I've got a Where's Waldo collection, and I'm telling you,
No,
Allie, there's like
does not
9 of
count.
them. And if you add up the pages,
It's a lot of pictures, man. A lot of pictures there.
Yeah, but it's
I
250.
think that's it. Just pictures.
It is just pictures. I think the only words are "Where's Waldo?"
Yeah, well, I'll get to those eventually. Don't spoil it for me, Allie.
I think here's what I think. I think that we doing our LA 10K for tacos thing, I think that counts as community service.
Summer bucket list.
We get a point on that?
I
don't
think we all
so.
get a point on that.
I don't think that's community
No,
service.
it's got to be individually. We can't do it as a group.
What? When did we add that rule?
And also,
just now.
Also,
Oh.
we benefited from the taco thing because we ate a lot of tacos. So even though we did help the community, we also benefited ourselves.
Okay.
Whereas I went to a place and actually helped serve food.
Recently?
Yeah.
Was this your house?
Yeah.
No, you can't do it at your house, dude. Those are your kids.
Yeah, well, I served them food
That's not
that I made.
That's not community service.
Summer bucket list.
Point Klein.
No.
He served
I don't think
food
so.
to children.
No, you need to serve.
I've done 2 of these already.
What have you really done?
I've done a couple of actually DIY home improvement projecs. I
Same.
put up some Roman shades and
Roman shades.
Roman shades,
Sounds
some
gay.
shelves.
What is that for Pride Month?
Gave you the old Roman shade.
Isn't that where a guy puts his balls over your eyes? Isn't that Roman shades? I think that's what that's called.
And then a couple of ceiling fans. So those are pretty big DIY home improvement projects. And I've also done 2 things that I've never done before.
What things did you do?
I went ziplining and I went I did one of those rock climbing walls.
Oh,
Oh.
those are easy.
Come on.
Hey, but it's
Stop
something I've
by-
never done before.
They have those at free at most parks.
Yeah, but Omar had such a deprived childhood that most things that kids
Yeah,
have
these
done,
are all
he's
new to
he's
me, man.
never
I'm
done
like,
before.
whoa.
Like if someone threw a football to Omar, he'd say, "Oh, did something I never did before."
Really, you just like being in a harness.
Yeah. So you spent your whole weekend in a harness and with balls over your eyes?
It was great. Yeah, it was awesome.
Jesus.
You don't have to put balls on your eyes for all of these.
Yeah,
Omar.
I don't know why we're doing the Roman shades.
I just
for all
like
these.
it.
All right, fair enough.
What about I'm replanting my dying lemon tree? Is that a DIY project?
No,
What do you mean?
you killed it. You killed the tree.
I'm killing
just
it
fix-
slowly, and now I'm rescuing it and putting it in a pot to
But
save
that's
its
not
life.
it
not
really
DIY.
inside the home.
No, I think when you consult with someone, it becomes a DIY project.
Omar, I
Well,
replaced.
consult means no, right? It means you're having
Yeah,
help.
yeah, exactly.
no,
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you,
getting
Jake.
an opinion, and then I'm like, yeah,
But
you
you
gotta-
do it yourself.
I did. I
There's no
am
consulting.
I'm doing myself after I consult.
So the other person gets a point. Hey, Omar,
Yeah.
I replaced the air conditioning filter.
Filter.
No, dude.
DIY,
No.
brother.
No.
Summer bucket list.
Just because you play that doesn't mean it counts.
Once you play it, it counts. That's how it's official.
So it's gotta take you a couple of hours at least to do whatever.
That did. I bought the wrong one. I had to go back to the store, get another one.
God.
Then I put it in backwards. I had to get a ladder.
Oh my God! You put it in backwards. There's arrows on it.
I know.
Seriously.
I know. I got dyslexia.
It says this way up.
Airflow this way.
Did anyone go to a landmark yet, other than me?
No, but I will be. Check.
Me too.
Boom sounder.
No, not boom sounder.
Boom sounder.
You don't get to pick that, Allie.
Do it.
I went to a landmark.
Oh, what? Your
Some
backyard?
pizza place.
No, in the thick of the valley, the Westfield Mall, fashion mall.
God. Summer bucket list.
Just because you have the button doesn't mean that's fair.
So it seems like
That's not a landmark.
Vanessa, did you accomplish any of this?
Yeah, but I repotted some plants.
Summer bucket list.
That's
Give
not
her the
fair.
point.
The guy said I had to take a couple of hours. And you know what? I never had repotted plants. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was impressed by me.
It's a project.
But none of us did the fun ones yet. None of us did skinny dipping or drunk by noon or sex in public.
So skinny dipping I am going to do over the break. So boom.
I'm not hitting the button. I'm not hitting the button for what I'm going to do.
Okay. Say, I'm going to visit a landmark. I'm probably going to go to the Eiffel Tower because I'm doing that big Europe vacation on points. So that's going to be...
Wait, hold on.
But that's not till the winter.
That's in Christmas.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
But I'm gonna.
All right.
We're not going to drag out this bit for that long, are we?
No.
Every week, summer.
Jake, have you done anything here?
No, I'm only like 60 pages into a book. That's
What's
it.
your book called?
Player Piano by Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to hear about it.
Dense.
So Omar's winning, and Johnny's done nothing.
Yeah, I got two.
I'm going to jump
I
naked.
got one.
Okay.
What did you do?
Well, I had sex in the backyard. That's public.
Whose backyard?
My friends that I'm house sitting.
That's not public.
No, it's kind of private property.
It's only private.
The walls are low, though.
Does it?
How low?
Like, kind of like it goes above my chest.
That's too high.
Like about at my chest height. I'm
Yeah.
6'4",
Yeah,
so it
that's
hits
like
my
a 4 or
chest.
5 foot fence. That's not...
Yeah, that's not.
No one can see
And
you.
is that nighttime or daytime?
I'll take video next time and I'll show you.
Ew,
All right.
no.
All right, now we're talking.
Why do you say yes?
all right.
All right,
Weirdo.
all right, Johnny gets a point.
Summer bucket list.
Now we, all right, well, there you go. We've posted the list up. You're more than welcome to participate with us. It's not hard to do, except for if you're one of us. Everyone
Seems
else,
like it's hard, yeah.
for us, it's difficult. But one of these days, by the end of the next year, Allie will accomplish at least two of these things.
Boom.
Wrap up the show today with your takeaways, which we will get into after Somber. Back to Friends on 106.7 KROQ. It's happening again at noon, 3 and 6. And tomorrow, very excited to welcome back to the show, Kevin Ryder. Woke you up for many, many years. The official soundtrack if you wake up in Southern California. For 3 decades, he's now back on hanging out in the afternoons because he swore that he would never wake up early again, and this place doesn't pay enough anymore to get him to wake up early, so he's doing the afternoons. But tomorrow he's agreed to come in, join us for the lie detector. So usually we would do a lie day Friday, but we had to accommodate a lot of schedules. So we'll get a very special Wednesday edition of Lie Day Friday tomorrow with Kevin Ryder. And there's a lot of questions that have already started coming in from you, the listener. We have questions. I think our boss has questions. So that'll all be tomorrow, as he has agreed to be brutally honest when he joins us back in the KROQ studios in the morning. So get ready for some Kevin Ryder tomorrow. We'll continue to give you Universal tickets, more tiny towels, more of those cans of the Jake Shack.
That was someone's takeaway.
Jake Shack beans.
Eat Jake Shack beans.
Hey, I don't want to downplay Jake Shack beans. I know we haven't really spent a lot of money marketing these at all, even though he's got that dumb jingle. But he has more celebrities that are continuing to endorse his product.
This is Fred Snyder of the B-52s, and I am a big fan of all types of Shacks and Shack-related things. Love Shack, of course, being my favorite, but a close second is Jake Shack beans.
So you got the guy from B-52s, very huge celebrity to grab for that. So all celebrities continuing to put their support behind Jake Shack beans. So that'll be great. And tomorrow you can win another can of Jake Shack.
How exciting.
Beans. What a tease. What a tease.
What a reason to stick around.
Right.
Okay, 626, my takeaway is I'm Sherman Oaks.
You ever don't want to tell someone where you live, just say I'm Sherman Oaks. It's the greatest lie ever told.
626, my takeaway is we're looking at you, Chris Martin, you douchebag.
Yep. And he's not. He's a very nice guy.
He is. 909, my takeaway is according to Klein, it's a bummer summer.
Bummer. Double bummer.
626, my takeaway is vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon. I like women. Yeah, it is. Truth about me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me.
All right. It's
kind of growing on me.
I like it.
I can't tell if I'm in the mood for ice cream
of the summer.
or
Yeah,
penis.
it is.
All right.
Song of the summer. 818, my takeaway is Richie Valens and Johnny are boys.
Yep.
And 818, my takeaway is shame runs in the Klein DNA.
Yeah, man, what a shameful day. Crime was committed. I had to get to the bottom of that. Not in a good mood today.
And 909, my takeaway is Sounder.
Sounder.
Boom.
Hit the sounder.
Boom.
What's your takeaway from today's show, Jake the Nerd?
If you really love a woman, give her a midnight hammer.
That's what you got to do. The old midnight hammer tells you love her. Allie?
My takeaway is Klein got his Labubu pierced.
That's right, because Labubu means nipple, as we learned. Omar, takeaway?
Give it to Allie and she'll...
I'll deep throat it. But only if it's a banana. It's a versatile fruit.
Well said. All right, we'll get the hell out of here now. Stick around. Nicole Alvarez will be next. If you need us in the meantime, please take a second. Give us a follow. Instagram, Klein Alley Show. Let's try to get to that 50K. We were able to eat 10,000 tacos, no problem. 50,000 followers should be easier. 50K by Independence Day, which means we have a week and a few days to do it. Klein Alley Show on Instagram. Do it now, bye.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
Helpful Honda Sound Space, locals only spotlight with Miles the DJ.
Brace yourself.